Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of The Morning Glow. Welcome to another episode of The Morning Glow. Got a great broadcast lineup for you this morning, as I hope we always do. You know that we're here with The Morning Glow. We're here every day, Monday through Friday, from 7 o'clock until 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can certainly be a part of the conversation. We love to have your input. All you have to do is give us a call at 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Give us a call. We love to have your input as to what we're going to talk about today. We got a pretty interesting topic today. Um, but we always start off in a certain place. We start off, talking about certain things before we get to our topic of the day. And that's the same thing we're going to do today. I want to ask you a very simple question. I'm gonna ask this question, I'm gonna put it out there. And I want you to respond to it if you don't mind doing so. And again, give us a call. Let me hold on. Good job. And again, give us a call. Let me see. In the rain today. Okay, good deal. My brother, I hope you feel better. One of my brothers just said they're not feeling good today, man. I hope they feel better. Good brother, man, real good brother, man. He's with us quite often here on the Morning Glow, and let me get back here just in case somebody came in. And again, the phone lines are open. I'm multitasking. Y'all bear with me for a second while I multitask. Trying to make sure I get everything up and running properly this morning so I can have y'all right. Have it right for you this morning. We got to have it right. We got to have it right. Let me see here. Yes, sir. Let me see. I'm multitasking. Y'all bear with me for a second. Y'all bear with me for a second. There we go. Okay, we got that covered. Okay, yeah. Let me get into what we're going to talk our opening topic today. Better yet, let's do our opening topic today. Now, if you have an ex, if you have an ex, I said an ex, and I'm iterating that part for a reason. You have an ex, and your ex, y'all have been back and forth with each other, back and forth for a long time. You're at odds, if you will, and that's why they're your ex. Your ex, and y'all get into a situation where you sent them some money or whatever, and they supposed to send the money back to you. They ask you to borrow, say they ask you to borrow some money. Y'all got kids together, so yeah, okay, I'm paying child support, but you need to borrow some money. Okay, I'll send it to you. You send them $100. They want to borrow $100. You send them $100. Okay. Time for them to send it back to you. They hesitate a little bit. They hesitate. They don't send it back to you as promptly as you send it to them. They don't send it to you back to you as promptly as you send it to them. And then after discussion, after y'all have some discussions about it, they send the money back to you, and they with some wordplay, they send the money back to you, but they make a mistake. Instead of sending you $100, in their anger and in their frustration, they send you $1,000. They send you $1,000. What do you do? As the good person that you are, what do you do? Do you send the $900 back because you know it wasn't yours, and now you know that they need that money? You know that your child is there. You know that that money could be going in to taking care of your child. Do you send that money, that extra $900 that they sent to you? Do you send it back to them? They call you and say, "Look, I made a mistake. I think I sent you $1,000. I need for you to send me my $900 back." Now y'all been at odds for a long time. You only help because of the fact that your child is there. That's the only reason you help. Otherwise, you want to give her nothing. You want to give her nothing. You don't even think about her like that. Do you send the $900 back? 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. What do you do? What do you honestly do? And don't call in here giving me no little cute little answers. Nah, I want to hear the truth. What would you do? Would you send that extra $900 back, or would that go? Would that just be a bonus for you? What do you think? What do you think you would do? Now, you know, first and foremost, you know that money's not yours. You know that money's not yours. You sent her money because she was in need of money. And now something happened. She cash app you, PayPal you, or whatever means y'all use, Zelle, whatever mean y'all use. She send you back after y'all have the discussion because she didn't at first. She act like she wasn't even gonna pay your money back, your $100. She act like she wasn't even gonna give your money back. You owe me this money. Is attitude that she took. You owe me this money. You know, don't be complaining about no little money. All the time we were together and all the stuff you did to me while we were together and blah, blah, blah. She give you that little spiel. Yeah. She have that conversation with you. We supposed to be together and well we ain't together no more because you did this and because you did that. You should be happy to send me. You should be happy to send me a little $100. You should be happy. That's all I asked you for was $100. You should be happy. That's all I asked for was $100. You complaining over here about that. Here, and she get on her little phone, computer, whatever it is. She punching in the numbers. Angry, mad, punching in the numbers. She punch in too many zeros. She punch in one too many zeros. And instead of sending you your $100 back that you sent her, she send you $1,000. She realized she made a mistake. Oops. She sent you $1,000. What do you do? 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Very interested to see what y'all are going to do in this situation. Are y'all gonna be trifling and keep that money? I'm just wondering. Are y'all gonna be trifling and keep that money? Or y'all gonna ignore the? Or y'all gonna block? Are y'all gonna ghost her? Not even receive the call, so you ain't gotta hear what she gotta say. What are y'all gonna do? 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Give us a call. Let us know what you're going to do. How you gonna handle this health situation? How you gonna handle this? Hold on. Some people would say that's a bonus. That's my interest. That's interest on the loan I get. $1,000. That's a huge interest. What is that? $1,000 interest rate. I'm just trying to figure out what you would do. Y'all good-hearted people that's out there, man. Y'all good people. Y'all gonna keep that money. She talked all this junk. Again, she acted as though she didn't want to give you your money back anyway. Y'all in conversation, like, hey, look at I sent you the $100. You want to borrow $100. You said borrow. You didn't say get. Now, if you would have said give me $100, I'm giving you $100. I'm not expecting it back. But if I say borrow, you say you want to borrow, that means you have the intent to give me my money back. You have the intent to give me my money back. Rico, good morning. How you doing this morning?
Man, I can't complain, man. Well, how you doing, man? And welcome to a beautiful new day.
Hey, welcome to you as well, brother. Rico, I got a question out here, man, and I need to ask you this question. You been listening to me?
Yeah, I've been listening to you. I'm gonna get online in a second.
Okay. Rico, what would you do, man? Now she come to you. You know, y'all got kids together. Y'all broke up. She is your ex for a reason. She's your ex for a reason. She went into a little hard time. She come and she said, "Look, I need to borrow $100. You know, after a little hesitation, you said, "Oh, okay." You sent $100. She supposed to get back to you Friday. Now Friday then came, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, now maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, and you call and say, "Look here, I thought you was gonna give me my money back." She go off on you. You worried about a little hundred, all the stuff you did to me while we were together, blah blah blah. That's why you my ex because you so trifling. She give you the business. She give you the business. You say, "Well, look here now. You said you wanted to borrow. You didn't say you want me to give it to you. If you said you want me to give it to you, I wouldn't expect it back. But you said you wanted to borrow it, so I'm expecting it back." She get angry. She grab a little phone, tablet, whatever she could do, and she punching them numbers, hit send button. Rico, she sent you $1,000. Now she calling you back. I think I sent you $1,000 by mistake. Can you send me my $900 back? Rico, what do you do?
Easy. And it's funny that you bring this up because me and my second oldest son was talking last night, and we actually got to talk about some of the stuff that happened in the past,
Mm-hmm.
and it just reminded me of how both of the women that I had children by were so deceitful. Even one that accused me of being a baby daddy, they say like, "Oh, I wasn't a daddy, it's deceitful."
Mm-hmm.
And so, I remember a situation as a trying to co-parent, being she made the choice to not want to be, in the same household. Um, I signed my son up for T-ball. I figured, I could still at least walk this path
Mm-hmm.
of investing time in your children, and then the one the second one a year and a month younger, he knows that he's right next behind him, so he could watch what his brother's doing and then expect to sign up and do his thing the next year.
Mm-hmm.
And I signed him up for T-ball. We went to all the practices. Beginning of the season, the game started. He played his first game. So that Friday night when I get off, they had another Saturday night game that Saturday morning. I called her. She said she was gonna be there, ready to meet me at the game. I got to that game, and I was out there coaching and helping other people's children, and my own son didn't show up.
Mm.
Not only that, I didn't get a phone call. She vamped on me. She hid. Didn't I didn't talk to her for a few months. I was like, man, and so that began to be a pattern of deceit. I already noticed deceit before, but that was very nasty. And in the process, not only did she make me look like a fool, but she stopped the process for her son. Because my second oldest son never got to play extracurricular sports. At the same time, she had them going watching her nephews and cousins being cheerleaders. Just
Mm.
supporting them. And so, I thought about all that and then all the things that happened all down the road after that, that same type of deceit with no type of heart about it. It was like, I'm going to lie to you, I'm going to lie to you, I'm going to lie to you and tell you it's the right thing to do. Then I'm going to train my mind and I'm gonna not answer my phone. I'm going to forward
Mm-hmm.
my telephone so when you call this house number, it go to my cell phone and these boys won't even see you call. And
Mm.
then I'll change it a few months from now when I don't want to face what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So if she did that to me, if she, with all the deceit that she's done through their whole existence, and even my second child's mama, not only would I keep the money, but I would tell her that money you talking about, I don't see it. It'll never come through. I don't know what you got going on, but you
Mm.
need to send me my $100.
Mm-hmm.
I might call a couple words that
Mm-hmm.
rhyme with bitch. Send me my money. I ain't got that time for that. You playing the game with me. As long as we've been knowing each other, I'm gonna flip the script then because you done lied to me so many times in the past and cried sheep and deceived me and left me hanging to the point that I think that's what you're doing again.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm.
think you lied. I think you lied about sending me $1,000 because you ain't never been right. And I ain't finna believe that you did me right now. Send me $100. I'm going to court. Whatever it is. The whole time I'm gonna be counting that thousand. Yeah, I got her.
Mm-hmm.
I
Wow.
finally got her. Ooh, I got her. Y'all got her. I'll be so happy.
Lord, Lord.
I'll be so happy, man. I mean, man, I probably would go right back later on and put it on Instagram and brag to everybody that I got her so everybody can see I made a fool out of her like
Mm-hmm.
she did out of me. And
Lord.
everybody will know except her
Mm.
until she finds out. I'll probably give her a little bit of that taste just to let her know I hold grudges.
Now watch this. Now watch this. Now is that what Jesus will do? Is that what Jesus will do? Let me go to Tucson. Don't answer that, Rico. Tucson. Good morning. How you doing this morning? This is a good one here though.
All right. What y'all, what you do? What y'all do to me this morning? Rico,
Rico on the roll. He on the roll this morning, brother. He on the roll. But Tucson, what would
I'm
you,
keeping that money. Get some more. I'm trying to give me a little bit more.
Lord?
hey, you look.
Mhm.
You did you need 3 more minutes?
Huh?
I asked, I asked Rico, do you need 3 more minutes?
Tucson, what would you do in that situation, man? You know, y'all have been. She's your ex for a reason. She's your ex for a reason. She went into a little situation. Now y'all got kids together, and you think about the wellness of the kids. She come to you, want to borrow some money, borrow some money, ask you for $100. In your hesitation, you send her the $100. back and forth about getting your money back and forth. To the point she said, "Well, you should be all the stuff you did to me while we were together. You should be glad that that's all I asked you for was $100." And then Tucson, what she say? You know, you say, "Look, I just need my money back." You say you was gonna give it to me. I need my money back. She mad and angry discussion. Get to punching the phone and cashing app and PayPal and Zelle, whatever it is. But she pushed one too many zeros. You look at your account and $1,000 came in from her. A few minutes later, you get a phone call. Look, I think I made a mistake. I think I sent you too much money. Can you send me my $900 back? Tucson, what do you
I
do?
made a mistake when I made a mistake when I married you.
Lord Jesus.
So we we even. That's all.
Lord Jesus. I didn't expect these out, especially look. It's
You go look. I need 6 minutes
mm,
because look, my mama used to call them. Don't you? You better quit messing with that little wench.
Lord. Mm. So y'all
We even. Girl, we even. Going on.
mm,
It, look, you owe me that. Talk about what I owe you,
mm-hmm.
especially if you from Georgia.
Oh Lord.
One of them peaches.
Them pieces are rough,
Them
ain't they?
peach. Oh, I can't. I was gonna say something, boy, but they got some peaches that's listening, so I can't call all of y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't want nothing. Nothing from Georgia. I don't care if it's. Anyway, let me come back to the light,
Come back
Caroline.
to the light, brother. You was about to go out there again. Like I said, I ain't even repeat the number that time. I'm
Woo,
gonna let you go, brother. I'm gonna let you go.
woo,
Mm-hmm.
boy, I tell you what, I done got out of breath already thinking about
Mm.
it.
So now y'all sent the $100 initially because y'all know that she's in a situation and your children are there and she needs to actually take care of the kids. So you sent the $100 for that reason. Why won't you send the $900 back for that same reason? Rico?
I have to. Let me, oh, go ahead.
No,
I'm
no, no.
sorry.
Go ahead, Tucson.
No, I'm just saying, man. I know I be joking, but if my kids, nah, you don't need that for them. You's a lie. That's what
Mm-hmm.
you is. That's the
Mm-hmm.
first thing. You's a lie. That's what you're doing. But I would send it. But if you slip, unfortunately, I know you were talking about the saved, sanctified, and filled with the Holy Ghost, and $900 richer.
Lord Jesus. And now
Go to Rico.
and $900 richer. I'm trying to figure out where that fit in at. And $900 richer. Rico, what do you say, man? You sent the $100 because your kids are there, and you trying to do what's right for the kids, help the kids out. Not necessarily her, but to help the kids. Why won't you send the $900 back for that same reason?
You know why wouldn't I?
Yeah.
Was because based off of personal experience, like you said, I could easily give a generally correct answer of what I should do, but I'm gonna tell you what I will do, and I'm gonna
Mm,
read, and there's a reason behind I decided to do that, and the reason why is because of our history.
mm-hmm.
Our history, they say you ain't supposed to, you supposed to forgive and forget and this and that. But yeah, at the same time, once you show me how you operate and function time and time again, I know that I have to treat you that same way. See, if you don't put the kids first when you ripping me off and being deceitful to me and sabotaging me and being manipulative, and you have no problem doing it over and over again, all the way till the time they graduate,
Mm-hmm.
even afterwards, you can still do this type of thing, and you don't do the right thing for the kid. Look, I had custody of my son at one time, but I didn't go through the courts and get it. I just went
Mm-hmm.
and got him from her. She ain't have no choice. Then we made an agreement. Well, we ain't gonna keep it in the court system. You just pay me my child support back that I send you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That thing lied to me for 4 months in a row before she finally just let me know that she wouldn't give me none of it back.
Mm,
Again, while I had my sons, I call myself trying to give her a break and do what needs to be done for them. And she, the first month she gave me half of it. The next month she said it didn't come. She said, I'm gonna leave you half of it with your daddy. And so then I get down there to her daddy house, and it ain't but $100 of it. It ain't
mm,
even a half of it. It ain't even a third. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, man, what is this? She just don't care. She's that deceitful, knowing I got these boys here, knowing I got things I gotta do. So that within itself lets me know who she is. And
mm-hmm,
I refuse to look at her the same way and give her that same type of benefit. I mean, I know, that what would Jesus do thing and all that, but man, listen, you can only burn me so many times before I give you what I feel like you like. They say
mm-hmm.
treat people the way you want to be treated.
Yeah.
Well, that must be the way she want to be treated.
Mm-hmm.
Because she
Wow.
been treating me like that. And the kids didn't come first.
Mm-hmm.
So she fixing to get some of that same rundown. Rico, I sent you the money, but I sent you $900 too. I knew you was gonna do this, man. Here you go with these lies and these tricks again. You ain't sent me nothing.
We got this thing planned out, boy. This Tucson. The scary part is he got this thing planned out. Know what he gonna say?
She done trained me well.
Yeah.
She's trained me well. I've been through it too long.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no need of doing it the right way. I got to do it the bizarro way.
Mm-hmm. Lord, Curtis. Good morning. How you doing this morning? Curtis, you there?
How y'all doing, man?
Hey, doing good, doing good. Curtis, I got a scenario here, man. I want to see what you're gonna do about this whole scenario situation. Well, you and your ex. I say your ex. Ex. Y'all ex for a reason. Okay? Y'all got kids together. She called you. She said, look here, I'm having a little situation over here. I need a little help. Can you send me $100? Can you loan me $100? You in your hesitation, Curtis. Yeah. Okay, you send it to her. Send her the $100. She's supposed to pay you back on this particular day. Day come and go. Couple of more days go by. You call her, look here, you supposed to send me my money back, right? Did you say you're gonna send my money back? Well, you ought to be shaming yourself. You so sorry. You worried about $100. All the stuff you done to me while we were together. You should be glad. That's all I'm asking you for is $100. Stop tripping on $100. Y'all go back and forth, and she get angry. She said, "Okay, forget it." She don't say forget it. I'm cleaning it up. She said, "Forget it." She punching the phone. Send you the money. You look at your Cash App or Zelle or PayPal or whatever, and you realize, Kurt, she sent you $1,000. She sent you too much money. She called you back, Kurt. She said, look at here. I realized, I made a mistake. I sent you $1,000 instead of $100. Can you send me my $900 back? Kurt, what do you do?
I sent her $1,000 back
Mm. Mm-hmm. And why is that?
because at that point, if I gotta call you and ask you for my money back, then we have established that you'll never borrow no money from me again.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
you know what? Keep that. Ain't nobody got time for all that foolishness. Here it is, you gonna call me, borrow some money from me, and then sell me wolf tickets when I ask you about the money that you borrowed from me? Oh nah, nah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even want your at that point. You can keep it.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
$100. Just as fast as I got it, that's how fast I'll get it again.
Mm-hmm.
I will
Mm-hmm.
send her $1,000 back with a kind note that says thank you, but no thank you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Your debt is repaid to me. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Now the next time she called me and asked me to borrow some money, it will be a very long two-letter word.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
That's
See, and that's a different approach because Tucson and Rico said they're gonna keep that money, man. That's a different approach. That's a totally different approach from the other
Well,
ex.
you got to remember it's based on the situation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, we all have reasons why we treat people a certain way, and it's because they have showed us that you can't treat them or you can't be kind.
Mm-hmm.
Some people you can't do what's right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they show you too many times. You know what, man? I try to do right by you, and you screw me every time. And
Mm-hmm.
that's what I feel with my especially my oldest son's mom. The second one too, but my oldest son, mom, from 5 years old to 25 years old, you still got the same way to the point that we got children together, and I still can't trust you.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you know, the way we interact with each other was is since you don't show me that there's no boundaries, you got to expect for me to do to you the way you have done to me.
Mm-hmm.
I can only be nice so many times, but you can't just keep on kicking me. You know, like
Mm-hmm.
George Bush said, you fool me once, shame on you. Fool me once, second again, you ain't gonna do it again. All that goofy stuff he said, man, he didn't even get it right. But you
Yeah.
know, that was the process he
Yeah.
had, man. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you ain't fixing to fool me twice. You especially probably got me more than twice.
Mm-hmm.
If you my baby mama or you my ex, and we're not together anymore. So you know that history. We gotta remember there's a history that goes with the way people treat other people, regardless
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
if they have a relationship. If somebody doesn't have a relationship with a person, but they treat everybody the same way, there's a history and a reason behind that.
Mm-hmm.
So you know the reason why Curtis was sending that money back may be totally different based on the relationship they had compared to the reason why I would.
Yeah. Yeah. I can agree with that. I can definitely agree with that. Tucson, talk to me.
Yeah, bless your heart. See, because here's the thing,
That
and
dude
I don't
said,
know
that dude say,
anybody.
bless your heart.
Let
Lord.
me do a disclosure. A disclaimer, however you want to call it. My children know what we have done. Um, and you have to know the story, and I'm not going to tell you all the stories
Mm-hmm.
because that ain't your business.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just saying, we get along good. Matter of fact, if she called me right now, she can get whatever she wants, and she got hers.
Mm-hmm.
So that
Mm-hmm.
let me say that because
Yeah.
I know right now that it's going to be about them children because
Mm-hmm.
we made an agreement that whatever they need, if we got to split it in half, I do more, she does more. They gonna get what they need.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them ain't mine,
Mm-hmm.
and that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
So let me get past that and come back to reality.
Mm-hmm.
Because you and I know that women have a plan, and let me tell you, if 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 see what we do is we just if we made a decision that we are through with the relationship, we just leave with our bags and what's on our what's on our back, what we
Mm-hmm.
wear.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Them they plan for years what they're gonna do to you,
Mm-hmm.
step by step,
Mm-hmm.
and you wonder why you walk into the neighborhood, everybody looking at you funny, wondering why you still in the neighborhood. When you pull up to the house, your neighbor said, I didn't know y'all was moving.
Mm.
And you looking stupid. You looking stupid. Because you don't know what in the world they talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you walk in the house and you got a bucket and a can of beans. And you go to the bank and it's empty.
Mm.
And you had no clue.
Mm. And
Now,
with that being said, I'm gonna go to Curtis. Curtis, do you think a lot of times, even when we get into the relationships and stuff like that, we have, and I say we, men, women, whoever it is that goes into a relationship, do you think they'll automatically have their guards up because of situations like this, or they feel that the other person is trying to one up them in some kind of way, and so we go into relationships with our guards up? Curtis.
Yeah, for the most, yeah, uh, uh, for the most part, yeah. You
How?
know, and you got some that you're a fool if you don't go into a relationship with your God. I
Mm-hmm.
that, but you know, I don't particularly speak against it either.
Mm-hmm.
You um I mean, I don't do that. You
Yeah.
know, I trust in people to be people, man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't trust who I want you to be, who I think you are. No, I trust in you to be you.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I ain't disappointed.
Okay.
Pretty much I ain't that disappointed. I may be disappointed in your actions later because I hope. I don't know, man.
Curtis, could you
I'm
be
just a little.
disappointed? Could you be disappointed in you that you trusted a person more than what you should?
No, I'm never disappointed in the fact that I trusted, man. I always believe, and there's an old saying that the gift gave before a national championship game in Notre Dame.
Mm-hmm.
And then the saying, he basically says, it's better to have trusted and found out than to have never trusted at all. So, never trusted at all. So, I mean, for me, showing a certain level of trust allows for me to learn the person.
Mm-hmm.
And then once I learn, I can make a decision which way I want to go from there. But you can't make proper decisions if you don't have proper information. And a lot of times people lack of trust will allow for them to make assumptions. Well, you know what the old saying says, an assumption makes a out of
Mm-hmm.
you and me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the only way you're gonna find out what is true is to do the truest thing, which is, I'm gonna trust that you're gonna be you. Let me watch how you deal with being you. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If a
Mm-hmm.
person deals with being them properly, then I might be able to make some adjustments. My train of thought and or my lifestyle and on my process. Because at least I know this person is going to be open and honest about a given situation or circumstance.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're showing me his, you continuously showing me his, you continuously showing me his, and then all of a sudden you want to flip it and show me tails, like I'm supposed to yo, what's going on here?
Exactly.
So I
Exactly.
just trust people to be themselves.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a switch up kind of person, then I already know, okay, this is a switch up kind of person. So certain parts of my life I cannot extend to them.
Mm-hmm. That's
You
good.
know, other parts of my life I might be able to.
Let me go to Charles. Charles, good morning. How you doing this morning?
What's up, bro?
What we're talking about this morning, Charles, we're talking about a situation that happened. Now, you and your ex. Now, your ex, I'm talking about your ex. Y'all ex
hmm
for a reason.
hmm
Y'all got
Yeah.
kids. Y'all got kids. Y'all got kids together, and she have a run into a financial situation, and she come to you and say, "Look here, I need to get $100 from you. I got something I need to take care of. Loan me. Can you let me borrow $100? I'll pay it back to you Friday."
Okay.
You in your hesitation because y'all ex for a reason. You know how this thing go. You send her $100. You okay. You send it back to me Friday. Friday comes, Saturday, Monday, Tuesday come. You reach out. You say, look at you said you was gonna give me my $100 back on Friday. Is everything okay? She come back at you. She said, well, look here. You so trifling. You worried about $100. You worried about this little bit of $100. Blah 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 blah. Why in the world you worried about 100? All the stuff that you did to me while we were together. You should be glad. The only thing I'm asking you for is $100.
Right.
The conversation go back and forth. She get upset. She get on her Cash App, Zelle, PayPal, whatever it is. She punched the numbers in and sent it to you. You look at your phone, Charles. She sent you $1,000. She
By
called you
mistake?
by mistake. By mistake. She
Right.
called you back. She said, "Look here. I think I sent you $1,000. Can you send me my $900 back?" Charles, what do you do?
Send it back.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't mine. I mean, send it back.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Well, I mean, what's hard about that? If she's meant to send 100 and send 1,000, I mean, is it? Are you keeping it, to be spiteful? You know what I'm
Majority.
saying?
Mm-hmm. A lot of
Is it
times.
a spite?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Are you
It,
keeping it to be spiteful? Because if it's to
it
be
could be.
spiteful, then it's childish.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, but if it's 1,000, she made a mistake and sent 1,000. Send it back. Send it. Send the 900 back. That's kind of cut and dry to me, unless you're a spiteful person.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're a spiteful person, then you already had the issues in the beginning anyway. That was probably one of the problems why y'all got divorced
Mm-hmm.
or
Mm-hmm.
couldn't get along because of your spitefulness and her mouth. You know,
What you say? Her mouth. Rico, what's on your heart, brother?
her
Charles
mouth
said
and your
because of.
spitefulness.
Mm-hmm. Rico, what's on your heart, Rico?
Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna be spiking, man. You
Mm-hmm.
see, the thing is, it depends on the situation and the history you got with that person. You know, sometimes you can have a history with a person that just proved themselves to be completely dishonorable.
Mm-hmm.
Even in the worst times, when they bait you back up and get you back in a way you feel like, man, you know what, I can trust them, man. We're in a different place now. That was a long time ago. They ain't gonna be like that. This is gonna be different. We've been getting along and cool, and then they really just come back and show you, you know what, this is who I am. When
Mm-hmm.
it comes to me wanting what I want to do, I'm gonna screw you over. So, you
Mm-hmm.
know, in my situation personally, let me be honest with you, my baby mama, my ex might call me and say, Rico, I know how I did in the past. I know you might be holding this against me, but please, she might have to run another lie down on me to convince me to look into my heart and do the right thing because all the time she didn't do the right thing, regardless of if it was right.
Mm-hmm.
So on that honor thing, you know what? Um, that's. I mean, imagine always giving your oppressor or your bully a free pass instead of giving you some justice every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine the judicial system always saying, well, you know what? This ain't justice. This is spite. That man made a right rape that woman, but we ain't fixing to get him back.
Mm-hmm.
See, sometimes it's justice, and we have to accept it as justice. This is a windfall. Oh my goodness, look at that. She don't bless me. She didn't mean to. But it's justice. It's, you know what they call karma. What is karma? I mean, sometimes we gotta accept it when we get it, and that's what it is, especially when it comes from dishonorable people. You know, when people get extra money from the government, they don't send it back unless the government threatens them. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, you know, people find money dropped on the sidewalk, and sometimes they know who dropped it. They don't get that back.
Mm-hmm.
So why would you give something back to somebody that you know you have a terrible history with? Fool me once, cause she might be lying.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm gonna tell her. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if you telling the truth or not. You remember that time?
Yeah.
Remember that time?
Mm-hmm.
Remember that time? You know what I'm saying? No, this is my justice, man. Because one thing about it, we got a history, and she don't prove it. That's what I used to love about magicians. I think people looked at magicians differently than I did when I was young. Most people looked at magicians for the awe and the wonder of watching these tricks and trying to figure out how they did it. To me,
Mm-hmm.
the lesson was don't trust nothing.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Wow.
Don't trust nothing until you see or you know that it's actually what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Because some of the things you see and people tell you can be an illusion.
Wow. Wow. Toussaint, what's on your heart, brother?
I was just listening to the conversation. I know that we want to do the right thing and all of that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Let's play. You got any violin music you want to play?
I can pull some up. Mm-hmm.
We need some this morning, this one, because I was listening to the conversation as it went back and forth, and all of a sudden, I then gave you the $100, and some kind of way, it then time has gone back, and all of a sudden, I'm considering that it should have been paid back by now, and I'm the trifling one.
Mm-hmm.
So get the violin music out. Pump up the music. Let the orchestra play, because it's going to get hectic around here. I'm talking about me and Rico. I ain't talking about Charles. Yeah, love y'all, man. Y'all good
Mm-hmm.
guys.
Because Charles and Curtis said they said both of
Y'all
them.
had some beautiful
Mm-hmm.
relationships.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, cause
Y'all ain't never met up with one of them.
They ain't childish. Ain't nothing childish about
mm-hmm.
it.
But see,
I've been married and divorced twice, so
the
I
thing
didn't
the
have.
thing the thing about it is this right here, and we have four, and it's amazing. We have four different gentlemen on the phone. Two of them said they were keeping, and two of them said Curtis. He went so far as say not only would he send the $900 back, Curtis said he'll send the whole $1,000 back and say, look at here, you.
What? God,
Bro,
I
that's what
love
I
you.
was thinking, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Curtis said he'll send the whole 1,000. Curtis, what's on your heart, brother?
Well, I'm gonna tell y'all why I sent it all back. Cause first I know what kind of dude I am, man. You shouldn't even be arguing with me about nothing. That's number one. Number two, I'm not gonna fight with no woman or argue with no woman. That's a waste of time. Because at the end of the day, you could be dead, you could be righter than the 7 days of creation, but you still wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just one of them dudes, man. I don't entertain all that arguing and all that drama and all that fussing and fighting. I don't entertain that foolishness, man. So you know what? Guess what? Take this money, take it all back. Don't call me no more.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, guess what? The money might come with two phones, one for each child. They need to talk to me. You tell them how to dial the number. Don't call me no more. You you done destroyed that. You done took away that option. It's like if I put money in a bank, right, and I go to the bank to take my money out, and the bank tell me, "Oh no, we can't get money." What? Oh, okay. That's what's up. I ain't gonna lose my cool in here because Buddy over there, he might shoot me in my back.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what I'm going to get my money no more. No, man, I'm not going to entertain that, man. That's just my opinion, though. Like, some cats, I mean, it's like Rico said, some people just like, yo, I need vindication on this. So, I mean, for me, my vindication is, guess what? I ain't got to worry about you calling me no more for no money.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Don't
Wow.
worry about you trying to argue me down why you deserve to be lackluster about paying me my money. I'm not entertaining that, man. That's too much energy.
Mm-hmm.
That's too much energy. Then gonna make me say something that's really gonna hurt your feelings. And I know me. At the end of the day, if I hurt your feelings, I'm gonna walk around thinking pretty much for the rest of the day, like, you know what, I shouldn't have done that.
Mm-hmm.
Kurt, come on, you shouldn't have done that. That was a better way you could. I'm not dealing with that mind. I can't say what I want to say. This is a gospel talk radio, jazz radio station, but I'm not dealing with that. I'm
Mm-hmm.
just not even going to visit that. I don't want to go do it. I'm 50 years old now. I want to live out a peaceful life. If you ain't bringing no peace to my life, then like my grandmama used to say, you can go on down the road of peace with that foolishness. Cause
Mm-hmm.
I ain't got time.
Mm-hmm.
I
Exactly.
just don't have time. I don't have that energy no more, man. Some guys might have it, but I don't have it. That's
Mm-hmm.
not to knock anybody who do or say like, yo, nah, I'm going in. I'm going ham. Nah, I ain't knocking it. But I just don't have that energy.
Exactly. Exactly. Let me go to Pete. Pete, good morning. How you doing this morning?
Good morning, DKM Radio, panel, listening audience. Morning Glow. How's everybody this morning?
Hey, doing good, doing good. We got a scenario going on, brother, and we got four brothers in here. You make the fifth, and it's 2-2 right now. So I want to see how you gonna handle this situation and what you gonna say. Rico smiling already. I want to know now. This is your
Here we
ex,
go.
your ex, Pete, your ex, and she's your ex for a reason. She's your ex for a reason. Y'all got kids. She run into a little situation. She run into a situation, and she say to you, she need to borrow $100. She'll pay it back to you Friday. In your hesitation, because you know what the situation is like, you send her the $100. Friday come, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. You call and say, look at here, you said you was gonna send me my money back on Friday. Is everything okay? She give you the business. You so trifling. You sitting here worried about $100. You should be glad that all the stuff you did to me while we were together. You should be glad all I asked you for was $100. And you sitting here so trifling and blah blah blah. Y'all go back and forth. Y'all go back and forth. And she get angry. She get in her emotions a little bit. And she pick up the phone and she hit them buttons. She hit them buttons. Cash App, Zelle, or PayPal, whatever. She send you the money. But Pete, she hit too many zeros. Instead of that $100, she send you $1,000. You look at your phone and $1,000 has been deposited into your account. Woo! She called you back. She said, "Look, I made a mistake." Now she's nice. Now she's real nice. I made a mistake. In my mistake, I sent you $1,000 instead of 100. Can you send me my $900 back? Pete, what do?
Immediately sent her $900 back upon comprehension of the mistake.
Mm-hmm.
And in honesty and truth and integrity, I'm gonna send your money back.
Mm-hmm.
In the first place, I'm not gonna loan you money that I have it in my perspective within myself giving you, with no expectations of you paying it back.
Mm-hmm.
I was taught you don't loan money that you need, you loan money that you can spare, because you may not, a high probability that you may not ever get it back.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can't afford to send it out and let it go, don't ever loan it, period, to nobody. So don't take it out your savings and put it in your checking if you can't, pay it back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For real, it's like that serious. So yeah, that's not even a intense situation for me. If we were in a relationship and you say we have children, there's a need, regardless of the ignorance, the irresponsibility, the lack of knowledge, just in honor to a degree, even if they've been a difficult, hard to deal with individual, if they have a legitimate need, right? And I'm able to assist them, then in honor, I think I could get them the $100 with no problem.
Okay.
Wouldn't even be a big issue. And I might not like you, be fond of you, talk to you, deal with you, want anything to do with you, but just maybe I'm a different type dude, because all my life I've been the type of guy. I get blessed with a real nice check. I look for somebody to give some money to or pay something for. It's just, paying it for. People need assistance. Show some compassion and love. Keep yourself humble. So.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Charles, talk to me, brother.
He took the words right out of my mouth, man. I was gonna say I don't lend it if I don't have it. You understand? If I gotta wait on it, but in actuality, also probably it's the principle of getting the money back, or principle of what the person said, not whether I really needed the money or not. But I do live by what he just said. But sometimes, I think the argument could be, hey, the principle of is that you promised me you was gonna give me this money back, but you didn't. Now dealing with an ex, I don't know how long this person been your ex, how long y'all were together. You should already know how this person is to me, and it's a lack argument, like Kurt was saying. Hey man, look, I don't have to argue with you. We ain't together no more. But on the principle basis, you owe me this money. Now I'll give you the money back because it's not my money anyway. Just like if I found $100 in a wallet with somebody's ID in it, I'm giving them the whole wallet back. You get what I'm saying? If I find $100 in a wallet and don't have nothing in it, no idea, nothing like that, then that's different. I don't know whose money it is. But in this case, you know whose money it is because it was sent to you. You understand? And karma goes both ways. You know what I'm saying? Just don't go one way. That could be a test for you. That could be a karma test for you. You don't send the money back or not. You understand? And also, one more thing. The $100 that I send this person is only me paying for, okay, I'll keep that 100. Because now I know you ain't nothing. It only cost me $100. But if I'm divorced, then I already know they ain't nothing. You
Wow.
understand?
Okay. Rico, talk to me, brother. What's on your heart?
See, that's good, man, that everybody was able to get a different perspective.
You know what I'm saying? And see, he gave really 3 different things you would have to think about, because those are the things that's going to go to through your mind. Are you going to teach them a lesson? Because me, I'm going to teach them a lesson. That's what, to me, that's what comes with principles, and I'm big on principles. I'm big on I might not trust you, but you might need it.
Yeah.
And I'm, that's one of my models too. Look, if I can't afford to let you borrow it, or if you can't pay it back and it's gonna hurt me, then I ain't going to let you borrow it anyway. That's the way I am. I don't care who you are. But at the same time, I'm big on principle. Principle is huge to me. So you would have to think about the principalities of it, the karma, you know what I'm saying, that might come back to you. Is this a test? Is this something to see if you're a better person? This is something you're gonna think about with integrity, and all that comes to play. And to be honest with you, that's really how, basing it on personal, not a hypothesis. Because some of the people might be speaking hypothetically, because they didn't have this situation that they had to go through. But see, I had to go through similar situations like this with an ex. And it was even more serious than $100. And just as soon as I cooperated and abided, gave them what they wanted, they showed me. Man, look, my oldest children mama told me I should know not to trust her. You should have known not to trust me.
Wow.
You get what I'm saying?
Wow.
So when people show you who they are, you got to treat them accordingly. So when me being a principal guy, since I knew I shouldn't have trust you, and this is the way you get down, now you done slipped up and did the right thing like I did all them times. Let me show you something. See how I feel? Rico, I sent you an extra $100. Wait a minute, I ain't nothing come through on my Cash App. You sure you sent it to the right one? Man, something ain't happened. I think somebody done hacked my account or something. I'll call you back and see what the bank said.
See, I'm with Rico now. Now, hey, if somebody told me you should have trusted me like that, and then it come back around and I got the upper hand like that, I'm not gonna change who I am, but I understand who Rico's talking about. I can understand
Charles, hey
that. And
Charles,
you ain't
Charles, turn your volume down just a little. Turn your volume down just a little bit. Turn your volume down just a little bit. You go ahead.
oh, is that better? Yeah, because I feel Rico on that one now. If somebody told me that you should have never trusted me, man, it'll be kind of, oh man, I don't even know how to answer that one. Rico, you got me on that, bro. I would probably not try to change who I am, but that's a hard pill to swallow.
Absolutely.
So
Hold
you have to treat people accordingly. You can't treat everybody the same, because if you treat everybody the same, you get your head cut off.
Yeah.
That's the reason why you meet people. You don't automatically have false flags. I mean, well, you look for false flags, but you don't already going in distrusting. But you don't go in trusting neither. You have to let people show you that they stand on what they speak, that they walk it like they talk it.
Raheem.
Yes, sir.
Raheem.
Yes, sir.
Look, I want us men to pay attention to what's going on right here as we speak. You notice these women waiting to call in?
Oh, we got one now.
To hear us out first?
Oh, we got.
I know.
Yeah.
Here we go.
We got one now. I'm gonna go to Badger. I'm gonna go to my phone lines. But yeah, I was wondering where the system was at this morning, because I think Tucson. I think you're right. They've been peeping us out, man, trying to see what we gonna do. But we gonna let them slide all up in there, man. We gonna see what's going on with them. But before we do that, let's go to Badger. Badger, good morning. How you doing this morning?
Good morning.
Badger, what you gonna do with that extra $900?
I'm not gonna be like these other petting men.
You call them petty? Good Lord.
To sit there and say that a person has principles and things like that, and the person makes a mistake, you're gonna do something negative to someone that did something negative to you?
A lot of times people do, Badger. I react truth of the situation. A lot of times they do. And I used to tell people all the time, not that I'm petty or nothing like that, but I used to tell people all the time when I'm dealing with somebody, I said, listen, don't feed me something that you can't digest. Because when I pull a you on you, you're not gonna like it. But so go ahead.
I just be me all the time. And if you can't truly accept me for me, Not my problem.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So if somebody, if one of them women that was molesting you been in the past keep coming up with you and you got a choice and not have sex with them, you just gonna keep being you and having sex with them?
I've been married for 10 years. What?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just asking, is you gonna allow the same people that keep mistreating you to keep mistreating you, or you gonna get them some of the same medicine?
What? And abuse them?
Are you gonna give them the same, or just ignore it? Whatever, however you handle it. Are you gonna give them some of the same? Are you gonna continue to let them mistreat you?
Or you just gonna, or you gonna be a punch dummy? Basically, what he's saying.
I just tell them to have a blessed life and we'll go on my way.
Go out like poo poo and Ray.
Okay, hold on. Let me go to the young
Like,
lady.
it's not hard.
Hold on, everybody, hold on. Let me go to the
I
young
agree with
lady
that.
because y'all got hold on. Everybody, hold on for a second. Let me go to the young lady. We got a young lady on the line with us. I think it's Miss Rosalind. Miss Rosalind, good morning. How you doing this morning?
Good morning. How y'all kings doing?
Hey,
Since
doing.
I'm the only female that's gonna call in, I thought Miss Cassandra would have called in and represented for us. Look like I'm gonna have to represent this morning.
You got to represent right now until you get and you better put out something for your sisters to call in because this right here might get a little heavy. This might get a little heavy. I believe you can handle it, but it might get a little heavy. The $900. There was a mistake. They sent you an extra $900. You loan them $1,000. You loan them $100. They sent you $1,000 back, angry and all the other stuff. What you gonna do with the extra $900?
I'm gonna send it back because you have to. Because I'm a giver,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I feel like being a giver is a gift from God. Because sometimes, like, why do I give? So I feel like if I keep it, then God is not going to be pleased,
Mm-hmm.
right? Especially if they call me and be like, "Hey, it was a mistake. Can you send it back?" I'm going to send it back
Mm-hmm.
because I gave. I'm a giver. I give to the extent of extent,
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to give it back. I have to give it back. I don't want God to whoop me for that. It's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be on my conscience. But
Okay.
you have to know who you're giving it to as well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's my feeling. Like you have to know the person. Is this a giving person? Is this a mischievous person? Is this a person that? I mean, you just have to know who the person is that you're giving it to. But if they send it to me by mistake, I'm gonna give it back.
Mm. So you're gonna overlook all the bad times and all the stuff
Oh
that
yes, sir.
they didn't want to
Yes,
send it
sir.
back to you. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. I have to overlook all that because I
Mm-hmm.
know one thing. As long as I do right, like God is gonna bless me tenfold.
Mm-hmm.
So I just try to live by doing right
Mm-hmm.
versus all the stuff that they done to me. I just try to live by doing right
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay.
and what God wants me to do.
That's good. That's good. Tucson, talk to me, brother.
I'm so glad. I thought I talked out of line, out of turn, and you would come back to me. So I
No.
am so glad. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity
Uh-oh.
to speak my to
Lord Jesus.
speak my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Not nobody else's mind, because I know that I'm listening now. I'm listening to the y'all. Is everybody listening to the same scenario and conversation that you put out there?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not trying to be vindictive, and I'm sure not petty, and I didn't take offense to it either, because I do me and I live in my own skin. But I know that some people that you meet up in life, when they met you, they had a plan.
Mm-hmm.
And and you know, you ever heard the expression "love you to death"?
Yes.
And they try their best to take you out from that point.
Mm-hmm.
And so the thing about it is that sometimes you meet up with those type of people. Everybody, and I know, bless the Lord, oh my soul, and all of his benefits towards me. Bless his holy name. His word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. But life is real.
Mm-hmm.
And there are some people that gonna get you, and they're gonna get you, and they're gonna take, and they're gonna take, and they're gonna take, and when they finish taking, y'all gonna go your separate ways, but they will be back
Mm-hmm.
for more. So the
Mm-hmm.
$100 that they asked for was only a test in the first place,
Mm-hmm.
but you slipped. The thing about it is, you didn't think you was gonna slip.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wow.
There sometimes the reaping that you sow don't come out like you think it is. So you press one more zero.
Mm. Mm. It was said to me a while back. A real good friend of mine said this right here. See, givers have to set limitations, cause takers don't have any.
No,
Yeah,
period.
yeah. Takers don't have any limitations.
Period.
They're gonna take and take. They're gonna leech on you, and they're gonna leech until everything is gone, and then they're gonna move on to the next individual so they can continue their leeching. And so givers have to set those limitations because takers don't have any. Charles, talk to me.
Exactly. When the fire burns, it only stops when everything's burnt.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That's just like a taker. They just hey, when the fire burns, that's just where it go. I I'm still in the same way. You know, I was with Kurt. I mean, what Rico was saying about his situation. I get it, but I'm kind of like the dude that I've already learned this person. If I'm still dealing with this person, if I'm still can talk to this person got the gall to ask me to borrow money. You know, like you said, the scenario is divorced or separated or not together anymore, and you have children. Um, it can't be anything ever that I've done wrong by my children, for me, because
Mm-hmm.
I don't do that. So they couldn't hold that on my head. Now me doing wrong by them, oh yeah, okay, yeah, that can happen, but it won't be me doing wrong by my kids.
Mm-hmm.
So monetarily, that'll never be a situation like that. Uh, even today, uh, and my kids are grown, I'll still try to help them if I can help them. Well, two of my kids are grown. My third one's young. He's 14. So for me giving the money back, the 900 back, is not. I look at it more of a. It's not my money anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
understand? And I understand you made a mistake. Now I might, me being a jokester, I'm gonna mess with you, but I'm gonna send your money back. But I'm gonna mess with you because, like you said they call back. They call back nicer, right?
Yeah.
First, you just cussed me out because you just said give me the business, and then within a few minutes, you
Exactly.
not nice when you need. Oh, now you nice. I might
Mm-hmm.
send you. If it's Zelle, I might send you. Well, you can't. You can only do a certain amount. I'm the kind of dude to send you $50. Like I'm gonna send you $50 every hour. So I'm gonna mess with you, but you gonna get your money. I'm gonna,
Mm-hmm. Wow.
you know,
Wow.
not to do that no more. But I'm doing that only because I'm joking. I'm a jokey dude. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna mess with you, man. You know, because you just cussed me out. You said right. The person got cussed out, right?
Yeah. 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 She gave you the business, brother. She gave you the business.
No.
Cuss you out up and down, right and left, and down the side.
As,
Cuss you
as,
out.
as they sound up and down the street, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Exactly.
You gonna get something, but you gonna get your money back, but you are gonna get something with it too.
Mm-hmm. Pete, well, talk to me, Pete. What's on your heart, brother?
This is brother Charles Brown stepping in for brother Pete. How you doing, big bro?
Hey,
You
man.
doing
What's going
okay?
on? Hey, doing good. How you doing, man?
I'm doing okay this morning. Doing okay.
Man, we asking a question about a scenario. Have you heard the scenario?
Yes.
Yeah, she said she borrowed 100. Got angry with you, sent $1,000 back by mistake. What do you do with the extra $900? She called you, say she need her money back. What do you do? Now she's your ex now.
I would. I would return it.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely would return it. And the reason why I would return it is because I wasn't raised that way.
Mm-hmm.
If I can help, I will. If I see it need to be returned back, it's not mine. My mom always taught me give it back.
Mm-hmm.
So bad things happen to people that allow greed to take the best of their judgment and outcome of things. So yes, I would return it back.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I would.
Good deal. Good deal. Badger, talk to me. Then we're going back to the young lady on the line. We got one young lady. Everybody else, all your other ladies must be scared to call in. Must be scared to call in this
You
morning.
know they coming. They
Oh,
coming.
dude, you shouldn't have went and said that.
You
You
know they
brave.
coming.
I believe they're scared, Rico. I believe they're scared. But I'm saying, I believe they're scared. They would have called in by now. 8:21. They would have called in by now. I believe they're scared, bro. Yeah. Go ahead, Badger.
Goodness gracious. I'm with the person that just talked. Because, like, to me, people are going to do bad things to you in one way, shape, or form, be it an ex or something like that. You're going to come across somebody that ain't going to like you, that's going to treat you like crap.
Mm-hmm.
But what's not to say that you returning that money is planting a seed?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and to me, that's the way I look at things. Just because someone does something bad to you doesn't mean you do it back to them.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's your test in that moment to plant a seed and be a vessel for spirit.
Mm-hmm.
But instead, you choose to do what the other bad people do.
Mm-hmm.
So are you in control of your choices, or is the past controlling you?
Wow. That's good. That's good. That's good. Rosalind, talk to me, sis. What's on your heart? Talk to me. Your sister's scared to help you this morning. They got you out there, got you by yourself.
I know they just left me hanging.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, just listening. I remember, back in the day, I was dating this guy, and he was like, "Hey, I need to borrow $200.
Mm.
My mom's birthday coming up. I'm running short. I didn't get hours in at work or whatever." So he was like, "I'm gonna give it back to you." And I'm like, "Okay, whatever." He never gave it back to me, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, you know what? I ain't gonna ask him for it or whatever. Make a long story short, man, that joker ended up in jail.
Mm.
So I look at it like you better know what you're doing when you mess with Rosalind, because God don't play about me.
Mm.
Your heart was not set on giving me the money back anyway. Your heart was not pure. You didn't think about, I'm gonna give it back, but no, that wasn't on your mind. You wasn't gonna give it back in the first place. So
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like if your heart is not set in the right place, God, I mean, God watches everything. He sees everything. That's how I live.
Mm-hmm.
So I just live like that, and I just know that it's gonna come back on you, worse probably than
Mm-hmm.
before.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I look at things.
Exactly. Exactly. Rico, man, this thing. As a matter of fact, we're gonna transition over in a little bit to our topic of the day, which actually kind of lines up with this what we're talking about right now. But what's going on, Rico, man? This young lady, she done gave you the business, man. Cuss you out right and left, up and down, until she hit that send button and realized, oh, I better be nice now because I need my money back. I need my $900 back.
And trust me, based on our history, see, I'm being transparent. So with me being transparent, all this, we want to do the right thing. Kumbaya. We want to get good on Judgment Day. Guess what? I'm letting you know how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
And in the past, I felt the same way. And in the past, I still did the right thing. And in the past, she showed me once again, I shouldn't have trusted her.
Mm-hmm.
Then she told me, you shouldn't have trusted me. So you
Wow.
know what that really made me look like? An everyday sucker.
Mm-hmm.
Call me petty. Call me childish. But I am not a fool.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is, being that I'm basing it on how you said it, I'm giving a hypothetical about how I would respond. But now if it really was true and she did call me like that, girl, you must be crazy calling me needing $100. I wouldn't pee on you if you was on fire.
Wow.
That's the way I feel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But to be honest, based on my history with this same person that did me like that so many times, my emotions gonna tell me, just like they said on here, I'm gonna get her back.
Mm-hmm.
And deep down inside, she might end up getting that $100 again. And deep down inside, I might end up saying, like always, I'm gonna go ahead and send it back to her and feel like a sucker and a fool. Cause I had her. I finally had her. All the time she done got me, man. Y'all just don't know how many times she done screwed me over, man. Y'all just don't know. I mean, it really affected me. And I mean, I ain't talking about just hurt me $900 worth.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, but really caused some people some harm. See, y'all speaking in general, but some people have been in a situation where the people that need CPR from you, the people that need resuscitation, and the people that need a kidney from you because your kidney match, man, they the ones that did you the worst ever. And some of these people still go back and say, you know what, man, I'm gonna get them my kidney, even though they did me wrong.
Yeah.
But I still try my best not to be an everyday sucker. So to be honest with you, she probably wouldn't even get that $100. I mean, that's a whole nother story, but I'm basing it off the scenario that you gave.
Yeah, yeah.
So emotionally, I would not want to give it back to her. But man, like I said, history tells that 9 times out of 10, she probably gonna end up getting it back.
The whole $900.
She probably gonna get it back, man. Because all she got to do is tell a good lie and fool me just like she did the other times. Just think about it. I mean, I was a sucker so many other times.
Rico, but look at it. I'm looking at you, brother, and I can see you, man. It looks almost like it hurts you to think that I'm gonna give this money back. It look like it kind of hurt.
You know why? You know why?
Why's
because
that?
I'm gonna be thinking to myself, she didn't need the $100 no way. She just sent me a whole 900 extra back.
Yeah, yeah.
That was a gig. She ran it down on me and tricked me to even get the $100 the first time, and I feel like I just got. Man, I hate being a sucker and a fool.
Oh, wow. Toussaint, come on, talk to me, brother.
Right here, we left out something. We got to go back to me giving the money in the first place. We got to go back a little bit. So she calls and we have this conversation. She needs $100. Before I give it to her, here's what I got to do. Let me fix myself, because I got to go and ask my wife if I can give this $100.
Yeah.
Now, how you think that conversation go?
It ain't gonna go.
Did you leave that out?
That ain't gonna work, man.
Did you leave that
Yeah.
Did you leave that conversation out?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Anyway, I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that. Hey, I'm just saying, brothers and sisters. I'm just saying. You gotta have the whole subject. You gotta put it out there as you live. Because I don't know about any other rest of the brothers and sisters. But if you go to the person that you are with, if you don't go with them, you're wrong in the first place.
Yeah.
But if you go to them and tell them what you're doing, you got more problems than you're looking for. And if you get past that conversation and wind up giving it anyway, and then you have that second conversation, man, come on now.
It's about to be something.
Life must not hit. It's gonna be ugly. You're already ugly. Matter of fact, I'm just saying.
You was about to go somewhere, but you put the brakes on. You were about to go somewhere just then.
From the block I live on.
Yeah.
And some of the y'all have to excuse. And I'm just saying, in my neighborhood, where the African American sisters that I live with. But first of all, I know she don't get along with her.
Yeah.
Because she'd have made some phone calls just because and hang up. Already.
Yeah.
Take the gloves off, Toussaint. Take the gloves off.
Let me go to Leonard, man. Y'all acting up this morning. Let me go to Leonard. Captain Leonard, good morning. How you doing this morning?
Good morning, Raheem. Good morning, Glow family.
Hey, you been listening in on us? Do I need to tell you the scenario?
No, I actually came on.
Okay, your ex, Leonard. Y'all put your seatbelt on. Don't tell them what you about to get now. But your ex come to you, and she's your ex.
What?
Your ex girlfriend, wife, whatever, however it is.
Okay.
Come to you, and y'all got kids together. Let me put that part. Y'all got kids together, and she say, "Look here, I'm in a situation. I ran a little short. I need to borrow $100. I pay it back to you Friday." In your hesitation, you say, "Okay, I give it to you." You send her $100. Friday come, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, you reach out. They say, look here, you said you was gonna give me my $100 back on Friday. Is everything okay? She give you the business. You so trifling, blah, 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 blah. She give you the business, read you up and down all over the place. Say, you should be glad. Only thing I asked you for was $100. All you did to me while we were together. You should be happy. Only thing I asked you for was $100. Y'all go back and forth, Leonard, back and forth. And she said, okay, she get in her mode. She pick up her phone and she punched them numbers on Cash App, PayPal, Zelle, whatever it is. And she hit the send button. She realized, Leonard, she sent you $1,000 instead of $100. You get a phone call back when she realized now she's super nice. Oh, I made a mistake. I sent too much money. Can I get my $900 back? Leonard, what do you do?
First of all, I don't loan it to her.
Mm-hmm.
I give it to her.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I handle that type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But for whatever reason she obviously needed it pretty bad, so she can have that $100.
Mm-hmm.
I would have never loaned it to her in the first place. I would have just gave it to her.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, it's well, for whatever she needed for, that's her business, whatever. If she's my ex, I want to keep her my ex. So I'm not trying to establish no other contracts or nothing with her.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm gonna do for her, I'm gonna do for her willingly, or I'm not gonna do it at all.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's good. Somebody, hold on. I'm trying to do this. Charles, go ahead, brother. What's on your heart?
That's cut and dry. Exactly what I think the other guy was saying the same thing. You ain't gonna give nothing out that you can't afford, and if you're gonna do it, just go on and do it.
Mm-hmm.
So it won't be no grudges left. And
Mm-hmm.
what Toussaint was saying, he was just opening up a whole nother can of worms, man. He was right though.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Exactly. Let me go to Cassandra. Cassandra, you with us?
Yeah.
Look at Rosalind thought you had put her down, man. She said, "Where my sisters at? You got her out here on this island by herself." But she was worried about y'all. She said y'all done put her down.
Good morning, Rosalind.
Good morning.
Cassandra, have you heard the scenario? As a matter of fact, let me get a scenario for other people that may be listening in for the first time. We're listening to this is DKM Media Group and Associates. This is the Morning Glow, and what we're having a scenario this morning. What we're talking about is your ex call you, and they're your ex for a reason. They call you. They say, "Look here, I'm in a situation. Y'all have kids together, and they say I need to borrow $100." In your hesitation, you say, you go back and forth with yourself. So you send them the $100. They say they're gonna pay you back on Friday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday goes by. And you call and say, look here, I thought you were going to give me $100 back on Friday. And they give you the business. You so trifling, you worried about $100. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. All the stuff you did to me while we were together, you should be happy that only thing I asked you for was $100. Y'all go back and forth, and she get in her emotions, her feelings, and she go typing in, and she's hit the send button. Send you $1,000. She realized the mistake. Well, in this case, he realized the mistake that he made. And call you back. Say, look here, I made a mistake. I sent $900 extra. Can you send my money back? Cassandra, what do you do?
I'll send it back. My ex and I were really good friends even after our divorce. So I would send it back. He did, and my ex did a lot for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not talking about the abusive one, but
mm-hmm.
my ex-husband did a lot for me. And so yeah, if he needed it, and if he sent me the wrong amount, I'd send it back to him.
Mm-hmm.
That's petty.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you not send it back? It was a mistake if he sent you 1,000 and you were supposed to get 100. Come on now, So yeah, I'd send it back. And Raheem, I'm actually on set, so I'm going to be able to listen.
Okay.
I just stepped in the bathroom to talk for a minute, but I got to go back on set. So I'll be able to listen, but I won't be able to talk.
Okay, yeah, good deal. I appreciate you too. Let's go to Pete.
Mm-hmm.
Pete, what do you say, brother? It was a mistake. They sent you. I will come to you on one to borrow $100. A week later, they send you $1,000 by mistake. First, did they even? It was brought to in the conversation. Did they really even need the $100, or was it a test on their part for you? What do you do? How do you send the $900 back, Pete? What do you do?
Now, see, originally we were talking about loaning $100 for somebody.
Talk directly into your phone, Pete. You're a little bit low, bro.
We proved had a need, right? We were pretty much convinced that there was a legitimate need.
Yes.
But now it only goes so far. Once the usury kicks in, the foolishness kicks in, and you're conscious of it, then for me, all of that comes to a swift halt. I'm like, I think that was my dear brother Charles that said, you know, you can give them the money. I can't even remember right now. I'm sorry, but look, if you need it and I can give it to you, that's one thing. But I will also give it to you to never, ever again see you, deal with you. I mean, I'll put you on the mile marker to the dead end road of no return.
Good Lord.
Okay, and you will be placed on there real fast, and that's the end of that. You see what I'm saying? Because that's it. You know, so if you need it and it's a real need, I can understand, comprehend, have some compassion to help you. But once you come in with all this nonsense, man, I'll cut you straight off. I mean, like you never existed.
Wow.
Curtis,
Curtis, what's on your heart, brother?
Yeah, I just listen to what everybody's saying. You know, it's some real good valid points. I mean, like I said, for me, man, I just don't indulge all that tomfoolery. So, I mean, for me, man, look, I'm gonna send the whole $1,000 back because I don't even want you to think that you can call me again and ask me for 100. I'm not petty like that, man. Like, I'm sorry, call me lazy, call me what you want to call me. That's too much work, man. Like, you know, like you ain't even my lady, and I gotta engage in a verbal and psychological chess match with you. Nah, man. And then I know me, I get petty like that. See, my pettiness go to a whole nother extreme. So I've told myself over the years, that can't be a part of who you are as a human being, because my pettiness goes to a whole nother extreme. And 9 times out of 10, if I get petty, somebody gonna be laying hands sooner or later. And 9 times out of 10, we both gonna lose.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So, like, look, send that money back. And I'm like Leonard too. Like, I don't loan money. If I give you some money, I give you money with the idea that I already done told myself I'm not getting that money back. I already done told myself that, so I'm not disappointed if you don't give it back or not. You just made a donkey out of yourself. You know what I mean? Like, so man, I don't want that petty life, because I don't want what come back. The object of being says that petty's gonna come back.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna be caught in a trap where you gotta one up the pettiness that just came back to you. Man, you know, that's just somebody being petty. That's somebody being selfish. I don't deal with that, bro.
It's a lot going on. Absolutely. Rico, what's on your heart, brother?
Yeah, this hypothetical that you put out, it is a hypothetical, you know. Now, what the reality is, based on the fact that you said you wanted a personal, honest opinion, I wouldn't be in that situation because, you know, this is the thing. Do you know that some children hate their parents like they hate Hitler? Like they hate Ted Bundy or Jeffrey Dahmer? They hate their own parents that way. You know, some people have children together and they hate each other the same way, the parents. Because some things have happened in their history that are so bad.
Yeah.
That you can't get that back. I had children by this woman. So this is the response y'all giving in this hypothetical. Being that in our reality in the past that we have had situations where I was a bigger person, the better person. I'm gonna do what's right. She my baby mama. It's gonna benefit my kids. All that stuff everybody said, you know, and even giving it to her, and then finding out later on, you know what? It's still the principle that matter, man. I gave it to her and knew she wasn't gonna give it back, and then she came back and threw it up. Then she conned me out of it. That ain't what she really needed it for. Maybe it comes out later on that she used it to give to another man or something. That's a hypothetical because this ain't nothing that happened, being that you said it's $100 involved. So, you know, with this passion that everybody has, you know, about the way things should go and not really thinking about the situation that they're in, most of these people probably have a better relationship with their ex. My ex, I hate I ever met her.
Wow.
So the thing is this hypothetical that you gave, it probably wouldn't ever happen again. Because she wouldn't ask me for $100. Listen, I wouldn't ask her to save my life. Call 911, and I probably wouldn't call it for her. I mean, that's how much I despise her. But then at the same time, those are my children's mom. And I would hate to be the person that was responsible for causing her some pain, because whatever hurts her hurts them. And that's what Jesus would do, and that's the right thing to do. And we all Christians and all that. And I mean, yeah, that's true. You ain't even got to be Christian. It's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
But deep down inside, the way you feel, based off the history and the hate that you have for each other, then you know what I'm saying, the answer that you get might be different.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Charles, talk to me, brother.
Right. Hey, hey, let's move to the next one, man. I done said my piece, man. I agree with y'all guys.
You agree? Hold on. You say you agree? Oh my goodness.
Shut up.
Good deal, Curtis. You wanted to say something?
Yeah, y'all, Rick, just think about something, man.
Talking to your phone, brother. You're a little bit low.
I said Rick just made me think about something. Thanks, Rico. You know, man, I'm gonna tell you, man, that get back. You know, when people do foolishness like the scenario you guys set up, right? When people foolishness like that, they don't even, to be honest with you, they don't even think about the consequences and repercussions of that foolishness. He made me think about something that happened in my lifetime, right? Where I was messing with this chick, and you know, I stopped dealing with her, and she did everything she could to like just completely ruin whatever relationship I had, right? And she did so much to where, like, real talk, most dudes would have put their hands on her. Like, I'm just gonna keep it real, right? So the story is this. One of my bros was sitting right at the table for this whole entire situation, right? And my bro know me inside and out. So I'm sitting in my apartment chilling one Saturday night. I was supposed to go out, I didn't go out or whatever. I just, you know how you get that in that space where you like, yo, you know, I just want to chill. I don't feel like dealing with a bunch of people, this, that, and the third. So I get a call. It's my brother. You know what he say?
What that?
He said, Kurt, give me the word right now. And she done. She in the swamp. Before 1 o'clock, she'll be in the swamp. Tell me. Because what she did wasn't right, homie. Right? And it dawned, like, you know, sometimes people can violate people, and you really don't even understand how other folks may perceive this person, or how other folks may feel about this person, or how other folks feel that they may owe this person. And to pay back a debt, they willing to do whatever this person tell them, or to let it be known that, yo, that wasn't right what you did. Well, the moral to the story is, you know, when people move with the ideology of dismissing folk or treating people bad and all this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like you said earlier, man. You don't know what kind of karma is gonna come back.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because that for almost 4-5 hours, bro, and didn't even realize that her life was in the palm of my hand.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Wow. Anybody have? We're going to go to our topic. Going to go skip over to the topic for the day. Anybody have anything that's on their heart before we move on?
Hey, I do, man. Let me say something real quick,
Nope.
man. Those scenarios, man, that y'all given, like people going through things like those things. I know the question was a hypothetical question, or maybe it did happen, and these answers are given real on because they're giving it from their heart and stuff on what happened to them, and what makes us move a certain way are things that we've been through.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what, you know, we teach our children those things. Whatever you've been through makes you move and think a certain way, and how and we can look at all of us being men, and all of us being through different situations, and all of us being in more than one relationship before, and you know, we don't know how it ended, but the way we handle ourselves afterwards, man, it shows a lot. You understand? It shows a lot on how we handle ourselves afterwards, or what it's made us into.
Exactly.
And, you know,
exactly.
It's no judgment. You know, you ain't judging nobody because, hey, ain't nobody better than nobody. It's just being, you know, real.
Everybody got their own experiences, brother, and that's what I say all the time. Everybody got their own life experiences, and we have to deal with a person based on their life experiences that we've been through, but what they've been through. We got another young lady. She done called in this morning. Rico, this your buddy right here. This is Miss Willa. Willa, good morning. How you doing this morning?
Good morning, Raheem. Good morning. I've been up since and Morning Glow team. I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning. I got to tell you why.
Uh-oh.
It is so funny how your topic today is about the power of giving.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know if you know Mr. Willie Wilson here in the city of Chicago. He's a giver. He's a giver. He just gives back to the community all kinds of ways. Well, today he gave away $2 million worth of gas.
Wow.
He gave it, there were 10 gas stations that he had all over Chicago that you can go to and fill your car up to $50 worth of gas.
Wow.
So, of course, it was one close over here by me, so I got up because I know the chaos of people. I know how when something's given away and it's free, how we can sometimes act really ignorant.
Exactly.
So I got up at 4 o'clock this morning, and I was at a pump. So I knew I had got there in time enough. So I was up there, and I got my $60 in gas, but I'm telling you, before I could get out of there, it took me 15 minutes to get out of the space where I was because people were trying to sneak in. People were trying to cut. I'm telling you, it was horrible.
Yeah, yeah.
But I got $50 worth of gas today free.
Praise God. Yeah, absolutely. Now, I got to ask you another question. I'm going to ask you this question before we go, and we're going to transition over to our topic because we hadn't got there yet. I need to hear how you're going to handle this. Your ex. Now, he's your ex for a reason. Y'all had rough times. Y'all slept separate. Now y'all got kids, and say if he have the kids or whatever the case, he called you, say he's in rough times right now. He need to borrow $100. He need to borrow $100. In your hesitation, you send him that $100. You send it to him. He said he's gonna pay you back on Friday. Friday comes, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. You call and say, look here, you said you was gonna give me my money back on Friday. Is everything okay? He reads you the business. You be ashamed of yourself even calling me, asking me all the stuff you put me through while we were together. How you even gonna call me, ask me for $100 back? You should be happy that's all I asked you for was $100. Y'all go back and forth, and he get little inside himself. So he grabbed his phone, he punched the numbers in, hit the send button, sending you your money. In this whole situation, he gets so excited, he hit too many zeros. He sent you $1,000 instead of $100 that he owe you. He now he realized what he done. He's super nice. Oh, I made a mistake. I somehow, I think I sent you $1,000 instead of $100. You know how mistakes happen sometimes. Go ahead on and send me that $900 back. Willow, what did you do?
That's so funny. I would give him his money back. You created a large scenario of something that I wouldn't, first of all, I would give it to him with no hesitation because I do have an ex. I have an ex-husband. And funny that you talked about that because, yes, he has come to me and asked me for money. My first husband had got hooked on drugs and they was giving away something called SSA, I think it is. And they was giving it to drug addicts and alcoholics. So my husband, my ex-husband, he applied for that. And when he applied, he even put the kids on there so he could get more money. So he got $11,000 when he got his money. Because back then, they would give you back pay on when you started your case. So he had got like $11,000 plus a little bit more. His payee was his mama. And so when he got that money, you would think, because I'm a single parent at that time, we were divorced. I had 3 kids. You would think that he would have sent some of that money to me for the kids.
Yeah.
He did not. He did not send any money. And so I was upset. I was. And my father was saying, take them to child support. And you know what I said to my father? I said, no, I'm not taking him to child support. I wouldn't take 1 minute of my time to make him the man that he's supposed to be. My kids going to be all right. My kids were all right. They may not have had the best, but they ate, had a place to sleep, and they didn't want for nothing. And every last one of them graduated. So, and after he got off of drugs, we talked, we settled, we're good friends now. And if he ever asks me for anything, he is welcome to it. And that's the place I'm in today, right here.
Good deal, good deal. Let me go to Rosalind before we go to our topic. Rosalind, what's on your heart?
I was thinking about earlier, Rico was like, I guess everybody is, good with their eggs or whatever. So my ex is my child's father. Okay, so he is, oh my gosh, if you name it, all the bad things that he's done is, one time I remember we was together, he turned our lights out because, at that time, he had all the utilities in his name and we had split up or whatever. So I was at work actually. He turned off every utility in the house while his child was here. I'm telling you, he have done the most cruel things to hurt me. But, at the same time, I still would send his money back because, that's just me. But he have done everything. I believe him and Rico eggs and him probably get along good, but that's the type of person that they are. But he have done the most cruel things, and even to this day, I don't have any type of relationship. If he called me, he would never get nothing from me. But I would send his money back. I would have to.
Wow. Let's get to our topic for the day. The power of giving. The power of giving. And it's amazing that we have this topic that we talked about on Saturday Savers on yesterday and what we're going to do with that. But the power of giving. Rico, how does, if you do something real good for somebody and you give from the heart, not expecting anything back from return, but just from the heart because it's the right thing to do, how good does that feel, man? How does that make you, internally, how does that make you feel to be able to actually give somebody something that they need?
Man, it feels awesome. It may be extreme to the point of where you actually giving them life. You might be saving them. Or maybe you just brought some joy to them. Or maybe you realized it was something that they really wanted or needed. And you gave it to them and they didn't expect it. It's something that would help them. And it feels good. But sort of relaying it back to what you were the last conversation. You give it. Well, phrase that question again the way you asked it. Bring that in again because I was going to spin it a little bit. The
power of giving, the power of actually giving somebody when you're doing it, out of the kindness of your heart. Not that you're expecting anything, not that you want anything back from them. It's just that it's the right thing to do. You see a need and you go there. And sometimes you do it and not even let the person know that it was you that did it. You know, it's just something that needed to be done.
Yeah, it feels great, you know, and you know, this is the other side of it, man. And I hate to sound like a negative, but imagine doing it because you think it's the right thing to do, but then you find out it wasn't, because the man that was riding around that little skateboard with no legs stood up and walked to a BMW about 4 or 5 hours later. You know, and I saw that happen in Atlanta, on Kings Road in Smyrna, man. I remember that was the first time I saw this gig going down, because I always felt like if somebody was willing to demean themselves and stand in the middle of a road with a sign and a bucket to collect money, that, you know, that they had to really be needing that. Man, they got to really be in need to be out there standing out there like that. But then I thought about it, you know, in this part of Atlanta I was in that time, I was seeing the money that they was giving this man, and I was like, wait a minute. He shouldn't have to stand out here no more than about an hour from what I was just seeing them give him, man. I mean, on one side of the road, you had one direction of traffic that was 4 lanes. And he was at this stoplight, man. And I mean, it was people, all kind of business of, you know, people making good money, and the Joneses, and, you know, they want to make sure they do what the trend is, everybody being benevolent. So, man, they was giving him that money, man, and they was giving dollars, and I was seeing money that you knew they wasn't ones. I was like, wait a minute, he doing good. And it just stuck out in my mind. And so about 2 days later, I went to visit my aunt that lived on that same road. And I saw a neighbor that had matching Mercedes, brand new, his and hers. Wow. And my aunt was talking about, my aunt was like, well, you know, I don't really see them working too much, but they driving better than me. And my aunt was making good money. So they driving better than me. They're doing pretty good. So I kept looking, and I was like, man, I said, that dude look familiar, man. I thought I seen that dude. He was out there wiping off the car. I was like, man, they doing good. About a couple of days after that, see the man standing in the middle of the road again, and that's who it was. I was like, wow, all of these people being benevolent, man, they giving him like not small money, nice, good sums of money. I'm like, man, he gotta be doing good. And he definitely was. So, I mean, it feels good to do good when it's needed. But at the same time, how many people have done good and found out they thought it was needed, and somebody was actually funneling the money for something negative or bad? Maybe they were trafficking children with the money that you were sending to feed the children. So, I mean, you know, we always got to remember that these hypotheticals, they sound good, but in reality, man, that's a lot of twists and turns that could come, that can make a person get out of character, that can make a person say, you know what, I do want to be charitable, but man, I get screwed every time I donate. Oh yeah, I can't, you know what? Well, no problem. If it hurt me, I shouldn't have been giving the money. So I gave it because it didn't hurt me to give anyway. But at the same time, they using that to pimp them little girls, man.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know, I like to give those other perspectives. You know, I love charity, and it does feel good, but we got to really understand with these questions, and with this being the Morning Glow and being a Christian broadcast, look, when I'm coming with it, I'm coming with reality. And some of these things I haven't gone through, but somebody out there is going through it.
Good deal. Let's go to Charles. What's on your heart? The power of giving. And before you get your answer, Charles, let me do this right here. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Give us a call. We'd love to have your input. We're talking about right now the power of giving. Charles, what's on your heart?
Man, everything Rico saying, especially about giving and being duped, it really does kind of make you feel a certain way. But if you give, it doesn't change the reason why you gave. You understand? Even if you were duped, your reason why you gave out of your heart is to help the other person. I used to pray to have more money so I can help more people. You get what I'm saying? Matter of fact, it was to the point I remember I was giving when I in church real, and I give tithes, and I was like, well, I gave this amount this year, so if I make more money, I get to give this amount next year. So it does make you feel good in the way you also, and for Rico, man, I don't like giving to certain organizations if I don't know where they come from, but I know that I'm giving out my heart. Like if I see certain people on the street and I've seen them here for decades, and I know every time I see this guy, he goes under the bridge. I've stopped to the point at one time I've made friends with somebody, and like I remember I had some, snap away, uh, those snap away basketball pants. You know what I'm talking about? Sweatpants,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
sweatsuit. So I had a sweatsuit, and dude was out, and I forget the dude's name, but he was always over there uh, 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 um, near the stadium, near the. It wasn't before Mercedes Benz, but near the stadium, the dome. And I remember giving him, man, look, you can. I don't have no money on me, man, but here, you cold. I took my sweatsuit off. We were about the same size. Pulled my snapaways on. Gave my sweat jacket. He said, here you go, man. This is for you. Stay warm. This is all I got because I didn't have any cash on me. And I knew this guy was cold because it was like a fall. You know, getting into fall, and he needed something.
Yeah.
So, but the thing was out of my heart that I gave to him. Now, whether he went and sold the sweatsuit, that could have happened. I don't know. It doesn't. After that, it didn't matter to me. I remember riding with my dad one time. We was up in Cincinnati, and my dad, the dude was on the corner begging. My dad said, "Man, this dude, he got more money than me, man. I ain't giving him no money." Because I didn't know the dude from Adam, but my dad
Yeah.
knew the dude. Same thing was what Rico scenario was saying. And if I, sometimes I look at stuff and I pay attention to what's going on. Like if I see a veteran holding a sign and got one leg and is a veteran, I was like, first of all, you're a veteran. They got places for veterans to go. You shouldn't be out here. Why what did you do to make yourself be out here? But that's neither here nor there. If it's up to me to give to him, I'm giving to him out my heart. Because you don't respect, like we was talking about the $900, we don't respect returns on when we give like
Exactly.
that. And when people do like, how they do the TikTok challenge or the something challenge of giving just to get hits on the TikTok. I gave this guy $100 and they video it and they put the guy on front row and all that stuff, and or the female, whomever it is, on front. Uh, we got him this, we got him that. But is it out your heart or are you doing it for followers?
Exactly. 508. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Toya with a T, good morning. How you doing this morning?
Good morning. How you doing?
Hey, doing good. Toya, we talking about the power of giving. The power of giving.
Yes, sir.
How good does it feel to give, to absolutely just out of the kindness of your heart because it's the right thing to do, not expecting anything, not want anything in return, just it's the right thing to do. Toya, how good does that feel?
Yeah, no. That's a really good feeling, honey. It's best to be the blesser. And I'm waiting on being blessed. So no, that's a really good thing to be able to give. The thing I like about it is what the Lord say, give and it shall be given unto you.
Yes.
Pressed down, good measure, and shaken together.
Come on.
I saw that for real this year. I don't want to tell y'all about these 18 months the Lord just allowed me to live, because there were times where he told me, Toya, everybody pray for help. And not all of us do the right thing. But the only thing I need you to do is do what I told you to do. And I promise you I got you. There was a lot of times I was nervous. Well, Lord, it's my last. Well, Lord, I need it for this. Well, Lord, that's not fair. This, that, and third, and this, that, and third. I got to do this, that, and third. They got to do that, and third. Toya, listen. Don't be worried about what nobody else do. You just do what I said do. And there were times, you're absolutely right. I knew people wasn't going to do the right thing with what God told me to give them. There were times where I knew what was going to happen next. But baby, let me tell you something. All the times I gave to them people that God told me to give to and they did me wrong, it just cashed in. You hear me? It just cashed in. I don't even want to say it online because I don't want no jinx, but it just cashed in. So at the end of the day, we all have to remember, we have a Father, and when He tells us to do something, like, yeah, we need to do it.
Absolutely.
Think back to when you was a kid, and your mama be like, you gonna give your uncle such and such something? And you be like, no. And they be like, yeah, you need to learn how to share.
Oh, it's on me and Charles now. Raheem froze up and lost the lines. I know what Toya is talking about too, man. Toya has been going through a situation with people. And in the process of seeing her, she's definitely telling the truth. She's still been giving, still been forgiving, still been the bigger person. You know, a lot of these conversations we have is about being a bigger person. You know, when you do give, or when you lend that money, let somebody borrow that money that doesn't want to pay it back, you're still being a bigger person. You know, as human beings, sometimes we might get out of character though. Even in giving opinions of hypotheticals of what we might do, we might get out of character thinking this is what we may do. But once you get in that situation, man, and you see there's a need, not a desire, but an actual need to help somebody when they are in need, then yeah, most times you will give that money, whether it's borrowing or giving, whether it's donating. You know, you seeing people in the cold in the wintertime, freezing. They need those clothes. I like what Charles said, because you have situations where people are in need everywhere around this planet, in this country, and in your city, there are homeless people that need to go to warming shelters in the wintertime. Sometimes they don't have socks and shoes. They don't have places to bathe. I saw a homeless guy one time, went in a laundromat to change clothes. He only had two sets of clothes, no socks. Freezing cold outside, 30 degrees. And people start giving them socks, you know, and so, you know, that it makes you feel good to reach out and extend a helping hand. I mean, that's the whole part about a community. That's the whole part about unity, you know. So I think it's huge that we do give like that, and that there are charities, but, you know, like Charles said earlier, you do have to be sort of aware and conscious and look out for the false or the red flags that may come with certain charities.
Good deal. Let me go back to, I got kicked out there, had a little technical difficulty, got kicked out. Let me go back to Toya with a T. Toya with a T. Finish your thoughts. So sorry about that.
Oh, I don't know what the thought was, but I was just thinking that we don't own anything. God allows us to have everything. He gives it to us, even though we think he has a heart. So there may be times that he attempts to do something and get something. And it's just like when your parents would tell you to give your Uncle Bobo some candy, you said no. And they're trying to teach you how to share. So when God gives us things, it's not for us to sit on, oh, I'm not going to help nobody, oh, I'm not going to help anybody get a ride, oh, I'm not going to get anybody to pay for things, all because they're selfish needs. But what about the times when you're going to need? Right? Giving is an energy. And when you give, people give back to you, it comes back. You know? And the thing of the thing was, I watched God allow me to give a lot of things to a lot of people that I knew in my heart. They weren't going to do the right thing. They weren't going to do it for me. I mean, there was multiple things. But he kept telling me, just trust me, I got you. And I did it. And it's just now casting. I'm just now cashing in. So I see the fruit of the labor. You know what I mean? So when it comes to giving, that's just another way of God teaching you how to share. Do not be selfish, and allow God to funnel all of these blessings to you. And you don't know how to bless somebody, because when you do that, it could be a day to where at the end of the day, the person that you know, everything that you had, when you didn't give, the tables may turn and you may need people to give to you, but you did not plant any fruits when it comes to the giving portion of life. So just be mindful. When you walk this earth and your God tells you to give something to someone, please understand, no matter what they do, no matter what you think they're going to do, he's going to have to make sure he keeps his part of the bargain when he tells you to give. So giving is a great thing. I'd rather be the one giving instead of being the one that need to hold the hand out to be giving things to.
Good deal. Good deal. Excuse me. We got a lot going on with this conversation this morning, man. I want to, Badger, what's on your heart?
Man, I'm kind of with Toya on this. You know, to me, in my opinion, the most powerful gift you can give somebody is time. Your time.
Mm-hmm.
Because money only lasts so long. Yet your time is very valuable.
Mm-hmm.
And in my opinion, it's worth more than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Because all of us are here for an allotted amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
Some may be able to have the gift to know when and how long, and some just keep living day by day, moment by moment, up until it's that time.
Absolutely. Good deal.
So
508-924-3521, 508-924-3521. Tiffany Real, good morning. How you doing this morning?
Hola, what's up?
What's going on with you?
Nothing. Just popped in to listen to you guys.
We talking about the power of giving. How good does it feel, Tiffany, to give? Not because you want anything back in return, not because you expect anything, or not because somebody could do something for you, but it's just because it's the right thing to do. How powerful? How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel great. I agree with Badger about the time. And I might have mentioned it before, but my grandmother, she told us at an early age, you take care of the elderly, you take care of you take care of others, because especially the elderly, because they took care of you. And when we were kids, like 3 and 4 years old, she would take us to the cemetery to clean the relatives' graves and make sure they had fresh flowers and stuff. And we would always go to some elder's house. And I remember, and we would always stay for hours. And being kids, you'd be like, golly, it smelled like mothballs in here. And this little old scary old lady hugging me with these bony, wrinkled hands and stuff like that. And my brother and I, we would, Nanny, can we play outside? Can we go outside and play? And she would stay for hours. And if their houses needed to be tidied up, she would clean it. She would talk to them and stuff like that. And as a child, you think, oh my God, why we got to be here? But as a 48-year-old woman, what I remember most is the sparkle in their eyes, because we might have been the only one to visit that week. They saw us so full of life, and they were at the end of their lives. You know what I'm saying? So now when I look back at those times, like Badger said, it's the time that you spent with the people. So when I had my own children, I would take she's now 24, but when she was 2, I would take her to the nursing home to play bingo with the old people. But see, they would cheat, because I'm playing a game, and my daughter, she's yelling out bingo, bingo, and the old people, they clapping happy and stuff. Hey, we got to get to play. I ain't got time for all this. You know what I'm saying? But when my daughter became older, she would go, when she was 14, she would go to the VA, volunteer. She still volunteers, you know what I'm saying? She, the things that my grandmother passed down to me, passed down to her. But one thing I want to say real quick, I want to touch on something that Charles said about the veterans. The veterans sign their life away. Then when they get home, they go overseas, they go wherever, they see death, they see all types of things. Now they on drugs, now they alcoholics. They come back home expecting benefits, and then they have to fight for these benefits. They have all these issues that nobody wants to solve. And then we say, well, God, they have transitional housing and stuff like that. In Atlanta, I know personally, there's places that you wouldn't allow a dead person to be in. Places with bed bugs, and it's just, the treatment is horrible. They put people together in transitional housing, and then when they do help them get housing, they help them get jobs, minimum wage jobs, put them in apartments that they can't afford, pay for them housing for like 6 weeks, and then leave them on their own. And then guess what? They're homeless again. So you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
But giving is great, and that's what I think I'm here for. Sorry.
Absolutely. Let me go to Rosalind. Rosalind, what's on your heart? The power of giving.
Oh, wow. The power of giving. When it comes to giving, I'm a very selfless person.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you, I remember being in abusive or whatever marriage. The only way that I could get over being depressed was to give. And I would go out and give because that was the only way that I could fight through the trauma that I was experiencing at home. But to rest, make a long story short, I am a giver. I love to give. I'm constantly giving. And Tiffany was talking about transitional. Like that's my passion,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So trying to expand our transition. And I've been praying to God, God, please give me a facility where we can help more people. So I know if I continue to give, I know one day that He's gonna bless me, regardless of if I give somebody $100 and they go down the road and buy beer. That's not on me. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's not on me. God told me to give it to them. I gave it to them. Whatever they do with it, they're gonna have to deal with God about that.
Mm-hmm.
So when I give, I'm mindful because I have a charity organization. So I would want somebody to give in their mind. I want them to think like, hey, I'm giving her my money and I know she's gonna do the right thing with it,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I live. If you give to my organization, I'm gonna do right by it. And if I give to somebody, regardless of whatever they do, I can't be held responsible for what they do. But I know if I give, God is gonna bless me. He's gonna give me back. And I've witnessed it several times. God spoke to me, hey, do that. And it may seem foolish. And I was like, God, what? You want me to pay
Mm-hmm.
2,000 for that and do that? Yes, I want you to do it. And I do it. And down the road, he'd be like, see, that's why I wanted you to do it. So you kind of listen to him when he speaks and be obedient to him because that's what he wants. He wants your obedience.
Absolutely.
So that's how I look at giving.
Mm-hmm. Good deal. Captain Leonard, the power of giving. How does it feel when you absolutely just give somebody something because it's the right thing to do? No expectation, not looking for anything, not looking for any praise or anything. It's just the right thing to do. How does that feel?
Well, that's the way I've always given because that's where I was taught.
Mm-hmm.
And I never judge people that way. If I have it, I give it.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't, I don't. But once it's done, it's over.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for the next thing. So it's not whether I'm keeping tabs on what I'm giving or ever have expected anything back. It was just being blessed enough to have it to give.
Mm-hmm.
So if God has blessed me to do that, then I do that. I don't usually hesitate or think about what somebody gonna do with it or what have you. If they ask me for it and I have it, I give it to them.
Mm-hmm. That's
It
good.
does not matter to me what you use it for or what have you, because my part of the whole situation is the giver. And once I've given it, it's done.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's good. That's good. Tucson, talk to me, brother. The power of giving.
Just raw.
Come back.
Come back. Okay. Okay.
The last.
Willa, you there?
Hey, Raheem.
Hey, talk to me about.
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. I sure can. Talk to me about the power of giving.
Well, you know what, Raheem, that is, I want to say when you talk about human behavior, that's like way up there. That's like one of the number one things that have destroyed relationships and marriage and friendships and everything else. Because that's something that you have to grow and mature and learn that when you give, God is going to give back to you, but not only that God is going to give back to you, but it's an awesome thing to do to not to be selfish. They always say that women can't raise men or boys or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But when I was growing up, when I was a young parent, and I had resources, I worked and I hustled.
Mm-hmm.
I taught my boys how to shoot dice. And I told my boys this. I said that when you give money, don't expect it back.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you expect it back, it just may not happen. Because when you expect it and you don't get it, then you run into problems. So I try to teach them to always give out their heart, always, because their father got shot over $2. He lived, of course, but just the fact that they shot him over $2 gambling.
Yeah.
So that's why I said what I said. I taught them how to shoot dice, but I also tried to explain to them that you don't worry about something you can't give back, because you certainly ain't gonna take it back.
Absolutely.
So that's a hard subject, and that's why you found too. And I'm not trying to be, on men. A lot of men don't go to church because the first thing they say, I ain't buying that pastor no Cadillac. I ain't getting, you hear that all the time.
Yeah.
But God, God says that the seed that you plant, you're gonna get back, and it's not always money.
Yeah.
So that's the power of giving, Raheem.
Hey, Willa, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
And you don't have to answer this if you don't want to, okay? But I've been listening to you.
Sure.
I've been listening to you for a minute now, Willa. Now, before you became saved, Willa, you had some thug at in you, didn't you? Before you became saved, I say, before you became saved, you had some thug in you, didn't you?
I sure did. Let me tell you, not dog. I wasn't like that. Hold up. I wasn't like that. I've always been a good person. Always. But I had some resources. Well, I had to take care of my kids. And so I worked. I was all age. And I was shooting dice and gambling. Nobody couldn't tell me nothing about winning the lottery.
Yeah.
If you talk to my family will tell you, if you want to know a lucky person, you know Willa. I used to dream numbers, Raheem.
Wow.
And come in winning $32,000. You got to, my stories may not seem real, but Raheem, I've been on The Price is Right in 1995, and I won a car that was in the showcase.
Wow.
I've been on Family Feud, not one time, but 2 times, and on the Steve Harvey show. So I'm just trying to get you to understand that God blesses my heart. Because when I give from my heart. Even in the rough times that I had to do, I did what I had to do for my family.
Well, I'm gonna say this to you, and then I'm gonna move on to Donald, because I think he's ready now. Next time you dream about some numbers, you make sure you give me a call. Next time you give me a call.
Unfortunately, Raheem, I stopped playing the lottery.
Well, you ain't got to. I say just when you dream about the number, give me a call, and we'll discuss all the other stuff later. We'll discuss all the details later. I'm just being silly. Y'all don't pay me no attention. Tucson, what's on your heart, brother?
No, man. Time takes care of a lot of things that we'll never be able to.
Yes.
I can understand Willa. I really can. Raheem, I didn't tell you the whole story, but I told you some. But when you see and you add up numbers and they add up to about $300,000 and it disappears from you in a year's time, you learn how to appreciate being able to give anybody anything.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm just telling you what. I'm not talking about what somebody told me. But when they say it's better to give than receive, you don't know how much a pleasure it is to be able to see somebody that can't give you nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, you go hunt for somebody to say, okay, you see this person, and they you minding your own business, and they say, can you buy me something to eat? No, not only am I going to buy you something to eat, go into the store. You come in here with me, and I'm going to sit down. I'm going to ignore the smell. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I'm trying to help you because I've been on the other side. So you look at people that take, for instance, our veterans. They gave their lives as a sacrifice, and they come back to a country that treats them badly, and now they're homeless. The thing about that is, if it wasn't for grace, that's me.
Yes.
Drunkards, alcoholics,
Mm-hmm.
those that are homeless, staying in the woods. You ain't never been to hunt down people that live. They actually, families live in the woods.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So you go try to figure out, and and when you have the conversation with them and ask them what they need, they don't ask for stupid stuff that we ask for.
Absolutely.
That you don't need.
Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm.
They go to they kind of like a bird or lilies in the field.
Mm-hmm.
They don't tall and so, but they're appreciative for what they have. So it ain't nothing like being able to give, because if it wasn't for, I don't even understand. I can't even explain it.
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't for the grace of God, I could be in anybody's shoes.
Yes.
To be the receiver.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, that's all I want to say.
K with an E, talk to me. Sis Kurt, coming to you next, brother.
I'm in agreement with everybody, but Hebrews 13:16 say, don't forget to do good and to share what you have, because God is pleased with these kind of sacrifices.
Mm-hmm.
But you still got to have a sense with it, because I had a young lady to call me, and as much as food we give away around town, she had her kids in daycare at state, and they were coming to visit. She didn't have anything to feed them.
Uh-huh.
So I said, well, let me see. So I called this place that we all attend and hang out at, and told them she was in need of some food. And they was like, okay, we'll refer her on to somebody else, and they'll make sure she get it. Then she texted me back and said she just needs a few dollars to hold her over till next week. I called them back and said, hey, she trying to get money. Me, myself, personally, I'll just take her to the store and she can get what she want to get. Because I don't want to give her no money. And she do whatever. I'm not buying a bottle of wine. I'm not buying a pack of cigarettes. But I'll feed your kids and I'll feed you. And so I called the people and told them, because I'm not going to let her get over on me. And I didn't refer y'all to help her. And then I called her back and told her, we give away food every Wednesday, every Thursday. What do you mean you don't have no food? I'll just bring you something out of my refrigerator. I got plenty of food. She didn't need no food.
Yeah.
She asked for money. So my giving heart and the God in me, it allows me to ask questions. What's going on? And I don't want to help you today if it ain't going to do you no good for next week.
Exactly.
What's going to happen next week if I help you today? When I went to get assistance on my bill one day, they said, we help you with this light bill today, this week, this month. What you going to do next month?
Yeah.
I said, I have a plan. Those people refused to help me because of the plan I had. I went back down there to their company and showed them my plan, and I had zero balance with no assistance. None. And that lady just looked at me. And they get big money to help people in the community. And then another person went and got help, and all they do drugs. And I just looked at him and said, you literally do drugs. And they paid your bill and your rent. And he said, me and the landlord split the check. I said, and you think you're going to be blessed like that? And you run to church every Sunday? Do y'all know that man is still struggling right now today with keeping a place to stay?
Wow.
That's because he misused the system.
Exactly. Exactly. Curtis.
So when God says take care of that deceitful people, he do.
Exactly.
So you
Absolutely.
can have a heart, you be a giver. God will take care of those people when they deceitfully use you.
Okay. Good deal. Good deal. Curtis, what's on your heart, man? The power of giving. The power of giving, Curtis. What's on your heart, brother?
Well, baby girl is absolutely right. I mean, I don't care what people gonna do with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm the type of dude I ride around with at least 3 singles in my pocket every day. Or at least I try to. I don't. Some days I forget, but in most cases, I always got at least $3 in my pocket. People walk up to me sometimes and they ask me to get them something to eat, or if they get a $1 to get something to eat, I give them $5, man. I guess some people say I'm a fool,
You know, I've even heard people say that, dog, man, you don't value. Man, I value my money, but I always know that God got me, so I'm gonna always have. You know what I'm saying? You know, but I understand that, you know, like the Bible says, be ye a cheerful giver. You know, so I'm from my heart. So because I'm that way, I thank God because I've never really, you know, I had situations where I was kind of caught in a bind or whatever, but you know, God always pulled me out. So I never really worry too much about money, man. Like I get up and come to work every day, but I mean, I could go home and lay down and never come in here again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I'll be able to pay my bills. I won't have as many twos and fews, but I will be able to pay my bills. I mean, I don't know what to say. I just come from that background. My grandmama she was the big mama to our neighborhood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this kid standing at the back of the truck where her assistant pastor and her would go and get all kinds of bread and cookies and foods, and I remember giving that out. I remember, you know, my grandmama opening up because she had extra rooms in the house after everybody got grown. You know, Lackawanna Blues is what my grandma was. You know what I mean? She was big mama for the neighborhood. So I don't know. I don't know how to operate outside of the scope. Then last but not least, me being the person that I am, it's a way for me to always pay homage to the woman who raised me. It's my grandma. You know, it's always a way for me to pay homage. So
good deal.
When I see giving
Curtis? Oh, he went.
Yeah, so I see this and see the response and see what happens afterwards, man. I'm gonna tell you, my soul cries out even if my mouth don't do it. My soul cries out, hallelujah, I ain't tripping.
Good deal, good deal. Got to keep this thing moving. We got Ray with us. Ray, how you doing, sir? Unmute, Ray.
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
What's going on, Ray? How you doing?
Doing good. How are y'all?
Hey, doing good, doing good. Asking the question, Ray, what the power of giving? When you give to somebody and you don't expect anything back in return, you just do it because it's the right thing to do, not expectation, not for glamour, not for likes and all that stuff, because it's the right thing to do. Ray, how good does that feel?
It feels like you're doing one of your goals or purpose as a human being. A lot of people think we're just here to consume, but our job is to feed everyone and everything on this planet so we can move forward. So it's almost like a natural feeling, like you feel like you're getting right in alignment.
That's good.
And yeah, it's a spiritual thing to an extent for me.
That's good. That's good. Absolutely. I love that. Rico, what's on your heart, brother?
You know, it's crazy, man. It's I feel like I'm on another planet because all this sounds good and it feels good. I agree 1000% with everything everybody is saying. You know, I can remember Tiffany, she really struck a nerve because both of my grandmothers, they did the same thing her grandmother did. And when I was young, I had to tag along. I remember Uncle Buddy, who wasn't really my uncle. He was just an old man in the neighborhood that didn't have nobody. That my grandmama went and we had to walk a plate around to him every day for breakfast or for dinner. Whenever she cooked, he got the first plate. And then she'd go around there and clean up and wash his clothes for him. Just on GP because he was an elder. And so, you know, that we that compassion, man, that's really what that is all about. Having that compassion, you know, that spiritual nature, like Ray just said, man. And that's a fulfillment, man, and a feeling that you really can't describe. You know, and then especially when it's natural. You know, some people do it to feel good. But when you do it in this natural, it don't even make you feel no type of way, but you do it just because it needs to be done. Then other people come back and tell you how much they appreciate it. You know, that's when you really know your spirit is right. You ain't doing it because, oh, let me do something to feel good today, or let me do my good deed. No, you just doing it because you know that old man ain't got nobody.
Yep.
If you ain't careful, and you ain't the one keeping in touch with him, somebody might find him dead a couple of weeks later. So you can check on him every day to make sure he's all right. You know, that's the way of keeping up with the community, man. So that's that village mindset, man. And you know, I hear everybody on this station has that mindset, but then when I walk out that door and I see we still fighting for minimum wage increases, we still fighting for veterans, you know, to get their full benefits. You know, I know people that work in the VA office that say that racism even exists there. Some people getting 100% very easily, and some people having worse conditions fighting to get 100% in so many situations. So it's man, it's like I almost feel like I'm on another planet, man. My grandmother had to go take care of both of her aunts. That's how old school I am, and at the same time, that's how connected I am to that old way. Her aunt, my grandmother used to take care of her aunts, and I had that exposure. I had that exposure seeing my grandmother wheel my great grandfather around, Papa, in his wheelchair. My grandmama aunts Rosie and Betty, you know. But I forgot about Uncle Buddy, which he really wasn't even my uncle. And Tiffany brought that up, man, and it just reminds me of how human beings are supposed to take care of the most vulnerable. That's really what our duty is on this planet, to take care of the most vulnerable and to preserve life.
Absolutely.
Quality of life.
Absolutely. Badger, I got your hand up, brother. What's on your heart?
You know, it's kind of like what I was touching on earlier. You know, between giving time and all that stuff, because it's wild to look at things in a selfish manner from my perspective. Because it was the selfish people that treated me like trash, that didn't want to take the time to help me work through the problems I've struggled with all my life. So as I grew up, I looked at that and went, well, the only one that's really been there for me is Great Spirit. You know, up until I met my wife. You know, so and someone were like, well, I was there, and I'm like, you were there within what you wanted to be. So you are my parent. Yes, you made sure I had a roof over my head and food in my stomach. But I needed mental help. But you wanted to sit there and call me a liar.
Wow.
And all this other stuff because you didn't want to gift any more of your time than what you wanted to. So to me, if you're going to give someone your time, you give it all. Great Spirits gave you all the time you need. However, when Great Spirit says, all right, walk away, you might want to do that. And go, some people honestly need to fall flat on their face because they're not going to get it until then.
Absolutely. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Give us a call. We got a few more minutes before we get out of here. We're going to switch it up just a little bit for a second. We're talking about giving and the power of giving. Somebody want to say something?
No, I thought she was going to switch it up. I'm like, no, you switch it up. You're in a good spot right now.
Go ahead. Anybody got anything? Yeah, go ahead.
Hey,
Charles, go ahead. And Ray, I'll come to you next.
Yeah.
Charles, you're breaking up, brother.
Saying, man, it makes a lot of sense. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead. It's better now. Go ahead.
We get to the point. And sometimes we get to the point that we're hindering people. And what Badger was saying is that in walking away and stuff like that, we were and I think that's a cultural thing also of giving. The American culture is not like other countries. Like they take care of their elder, they look up, they hold them up and stuff like that. When we didn't do that, when we don't do that, and I'm not trying to be funny. It's just that I've worked in nursing homes for a long time also. You don't see Indians, you don't see Asians, you don't see certain Europeans in nursing homes. And at one time, you really didn't see certain Black people in nursing homes. Because we took care of our own, just like Rico was saying, we go feed them and go take care of them, stuff like that. They didn't put them in nursing homes. Number one, we might didn't have the money to do it. Number two, we just didn't do that. That's not how we were raised. Me as a kid, me and my sister, my oldest brother didn't do it, but we were candy stripers. You know what that is, right?
No, I don't know what that is, brother.
But that's a person who go into the nursing homes and help out. You know, you might do their hair, help them get dressed and stuff like that. You know, you're not real medical. You less than a teenager doing this, so you really can't do too much but help out, be an assistant, be an ear, like Badger said at the time. But you don't see too many of that anymore. You know what I'm saying? We don't. To the point, I really didn't even show that to my kids, but they knew how to take care of the elder though, because they had elder grandparents and stuff like that to help them out. So it's a I think it's a culture thing that we've grown out of helping out each other like that.
Absolutely, and we need to get back to it, brother. We really do. Ray, you had your hand up, brother. What's on your heart?
Yeah, I was thinking the biggest thing that the disconnect between the giving and the aspect of understanding what it is to do that is the society and groups and different cultures have changed what they value. We no longer value people. We no longer value the spirit or the soul. We value money, time, so on and so forth. So with the value changing, we no longer place any importance in taking care of each other. Now it's just me to get this money. Now it's just me to get this material. So a big help would be understanding, reevaluating what we need to cherish, which is ourselves, which is us as divine beings. We all need to understand that, and then we'll start taking care of each other more so. But yeah, the price of a human being is a toe tag nowadays.
Wow. Yeah, that's true.
That's the problem.
A huge problem. Absolutely. Somebody else wanted to say something. Somebody else had a who was that?
Toyota T.
Yes, ma'am. Talk to me.
Yes. So I'm thinking, right? The ultimate thing that we can give, and we don't understand. The ultimate thing we can give is ourselves to God. And let me tell you why. Because when you give yourself to Him, you understand that you're His child. When He asks you to give, He has to make sure. The same way you're going to make sure with all your might, no matter what happens, you do what's best for your child. He's going to do the thing for us too when we give. And that's how we escape the laws of this land, like that minimum wage. Right? This is how we escape the new. Because let me tell you, even when I was dumb and blind, the Lord still allowed me to live a life that was not the norm. You're right, it is minimum wage, but He blessed me to be able to get more and do more. But the key is what we're willing to give. Right? And a lot of us are not willing to give ourselves to Him. We still be trying to operate in our own power. And at the end of the day, He showed me every day He set a precedent, a new precedent, just like Adam and Eve. Right? And when I prayed to Him to change, I prayed for Him to be better, I prayed to be like Him, He made me do things for people that I did not want to do. But I did it because it made me feel like, okay, example, right? I took care of that man that did me wrong when he had his stroke. But all I could think about was, Lord, I need somebody to do this for my nephews. You understand what I'm saying? I need for this to come back. And if don't nobody else in the world do the right thing, Lord, please give me a test where I can do it. And You set life-changing precedents for people because it's what's needed. And that's why I took care of that man that did not do me well. You understand what I'm saying? We still operated out of God's lines of the Bible. He wasn't even my husband. But I know God told me that was my job and I'm the woman to do it. And I did it with the intention of thinking like, if I was Eve right now, and every action that I made set and changed precedents for this entire world and the human race for years to come, I'd rather roll with trying to do the right thing. I don't care if they call me a fool. I don't care how people feel about me. I don't even care at the end of the day, this man get up and don't do it for me. I feel in my heart that God wants me to give this as a sacrifice, and it's going to come in play for somebody. You understand what I'm saying? So I say that to say, don't take for granted what you're doing or what you're giving. You could be changing or setting precedents to come, and you never know when that energy has to come back around.
Absolutely. Rico, let me ask you this question. We're talking about the power of giving. what is the best thing, the most valuable thing anybody has ever given to you?
I'm gonna say positive reinforcement.
Mm-hmm.
Positive reinforcement, you know what I'm saying, which that could include attention, maybe. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That support, you know, that comes in, all ties in together. I'm gonna say guidance.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and when I think about that, I have to think about my grandmother that actually sat down with me and listened to me talk and actually paid attention to see what was going on, what needed to be done. Because, you know, I think I said the other day, if it hadn't been for her, man, I would have been in bad shape.
Mm-hmm.
I would have been in bad shape. It would have just had to be something else deep down inside of me that would have made me be even better than, you know, even what I am now.
Absolutely.
You know, which I am, you know, it's a lot more that I can be. So, I mean, the best thing somebody gave me was, you know, actually that support, man, that positive support.
Mm-hmm. Good deal. Tiffany, what is the best gift anybody has ever given to you? Tiffany?
I'm here. Uh,
That much, huh?
The best gift that was given to me was given by my children. I remember one time that I was going through something and I felt like I wasn't at my best, you know. And my daughter, she was young at the time, and she was like, "Mom, as long as we have each other, we have enough." And I went in the bathroom and cried. I mean, I cried, and
Mm-hmm.
it not only showed me, you know, that I was okay, but it also showed me the type of children that I was raising, and
Mm-hmm.
that I was doing a good job. And I'm thankful that I never had to, be on drugs or nothing like that. But, I have been in situations where, I didn't have the money, or I didn't have certain things. And, I never turned to nothing negative. And I was always the type of person to not ask people for something. If I got myself into a situation, I always figured out how to get out of that situation. But it was at those times that, I didn't feel like I was enough, and, my children let me know that I was enough.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as they had me, they had everything they needed. So that was the greatest gift for me.
Good deal. Good deal. Let me go to Willow. Willow, what is the best gift? What is the best gift you've ever been given?
I'm gonna say from my children, forgiveness for not being the parent that I am or should have been for them back then. They've forgiven me for my mistakes that I made. So to me, that gives, that was to me the best gift, because in my heart, sometimes when your kids get older, and they tell you things happen to them that you wasn't aware of, it affects you if you have a heart, some kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly, if you didn't know about it, you couldn't change it. But as I got older, they've forgiven me for not being what I should have been back then. So I believe, to me, that was the best gift that anybody could have given me, was my children forgiving me.
Absolutely. That's good. That's good. Leonard, what's the best gift? What's the best gift you've ever been given?
Well, all my gifts are great gifts. I've had people give me cars, places to stay, all types of things. And it's just a blessing to have someone else bless you that way. And I guess that's why, I have such a different, perspective of things,
Mm-hmm.
because I always believe in doing your best. And that way, a lot of people will bless you because of that.
Mm-hmm.
Like some things that you may consider simple things. Some people may come back later on in life and say, you know what, when you did this for me, such and such, I'm glad I'm in a position now to do this for you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just blessings coming back and being recycled over and over again, and more is being poured out. The issue is a lot of people, I think, block their blessings from time to time.
Yes, sir.
I think that's what people call it.
Mm-hmm.
And you never, once you start giving this way, doors open up. There are some people that are just so pessimistic.
Mm-hmm.
And I always tell them, you know what? You need to change the way you think. It is because your thinking is so negative that is causing you the issue. It's what's hindering you from becoming a better person, because you put what is worse before what is best.
Mm-hmm.
And that lessens your ability to be blessed.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's good. That's
It
good.
is because you're focusing on those things that are not positive.
Mm-hmm.
Giving should be a habit. It should be a habit, a good habit, in moderation as well.
Mm-hmm.
It should become natural for you.
Wow. Ray, what's on your heart, brother? What's the best gift you've ever been given?
I think the best gift is for me access to the kingdom of God.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the plain and simple. This ain't the time of the Old Testaments, so we're pretty lucky about that. Just getting access to the divine part of me,
Mm-hmm.
and then having people place, and the gift of my family and friends and everyone I come across, honestly, because those are people who place in my life to help me maneuver through this world and get to the point to where I need to be for the kingdom.
Good deal. Good deal. Toussaint, what is the best gift you've ever been given, brother?
I'm getting it right now. Got it this morning.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, I've been getting it for 58 years of life. And I know we be talking, we say that as a cliche, but everything somebody might say that they hadn't been, I've been in that predicament.
Mm-hmm.
So when he gives me the life that he gives me, and then he give me a little sense. I like to say that I'm not too bright, but I'm not stupid.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I shortchange myself a lot purposely, because I don't want to think of myself more highly than I ought to.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a wisdom, unfortunately, because it comes with a price, that I am in denial of, to make sure that I don't get beside myself.
Mm-hmm.
For real.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about really. Not mine, his wisdom. Just knowing him, being able to turn the pages of life.
All right, you go ahead and jump in, Charles, because he froze up again.
Okay. Same gifts, the gift of life, man. From my parents, and also, man, I know if we're talking about monetarily things, I'm kind of on the same level of Leonard. I've been given so much, man. Been blessed with so much, man. Even given the gift of being a father. Being a brother. Those are gifts to me. But as we talk about monetarily things, man, it's so much, man. Knowledge on how to make things work from different people. Um, Cars, a lot of stuff, man, like that. If we're going monetarily, so it's a whole lot, and I'm pretty much probably on the same page as like what Leonard was saying on that. It's just so much, and I'm thankful for, and that I understand that those things were gifts. You get what I'm saying, Rico?
Yeah, it was eye opening to me, man. It get on my nerves when Raheem come to me first, man, because I like to sit down sometimes and actually think out, sincerely, from my heart. Because when you just think right off the top, sometimes you might be in a silly mood or whatever, man. But it was like immediately after I stopped talking, I was like, man, the gift of life. You know, and every morning I used to get up and walk and go live, and I would tell everybody, man, you know, congratulations on receiving the greatest gift in the history of existence, and that was the gift of life. Because, you know, without that, we could experience none of these things. But, you know, some of us, we went to material things, and some of us went to the quality time, and, you know, all of those things mean something. But man, without, you know, just imagine, some people don't even have the opportunity to have children. But we don't really know how to appreciate our children the right way. Some people don't know who their parents are.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I mean, you know, that gift of life and appreciating just the nurture, you know, being able to be nurtured and being able to provide life and to create life. You know, we have to remember not to take those things for granted, because really and truly, all of us skipped over that gift of life.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And I, excuse me, and I saw that they did. A lot of people. Sometimes our mind automatically is shifted to material things. Our mind is automatically shifted to material things. We start thinking about material things and not thinking about the actual gift. Because without the gift of life, what the material things, what good is it? What value does it have?
Not even there.
Yeah, it has no value. Has no value at all. Let me go back to my phone line, see who I have not touched yet. I think I've asked every K. What is the best gift you've been given? K with an E.
Well, I would have to say my mother. Mother birthed me and gave me life. Without her, without God, I wouldn't have her. Without her, I wouldn't have life. Without life, I wouldn't have trials and tribulations.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's good. That's good. Let me see. Did I miss anybody? I think I touched it.
Yes.
Who did I miss?
Rosalind.
Well, Rosalind, Rosalind, you know you got to answer the question now. What is the best gift you've been given?
Honestly, all my gifts are from God. Like you were saying, materialistic things doesn't matter. He gave me my daughter. He put people in my path or around me that's not gonna use me up because I'm a giver.
Mm-hmm.
So I just say that honestly, God gives me all my gifts.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Badger, talk to me, brother. What's the best gift you've ever been given?
Grace Spirit not letting me succeed and taking my life.
Wow. That's good. On that note.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
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 Hello, how you doing?
My name is Dorothy. All right, my name is Dorothy. I'm Willow's cousin.
Hey, Miss Dorothy.
And I was listening in on your show this morning.
Yes, ma'am.
And I just want to say two things about giving. If you give freely from the heart, it comes back to the heart.
Mm-hmm.
And if you give to the homeless or whoever and don't worry about what they're going to do or how they're going to do it, the Bible just say give. So if you give, don't worry about the rest. Mm-hmm. Because I had a person, I said, well, I ain't going to give him this. I said, but you know what? I ain't got nothing to do with what he do with it, because he was a alcoholic. Mm-hmm. I said, if he buy wine or whatever he do with it, I'm going to give it to him because he acts.
Yes.
And I can't worry about what he going to do with it. That's on him. Mm-hmm. And the second thing I wanted to say was the best gift you can get is receiving God into your life.
Mm-hmm.
Coming up, I was in church and all of that. But to know God and get to know God fully is the best gift we can ever have, because they'll direct us, train us, and teach us. And when we was a bad person or worse person or whatever our past was, when we come into the knowledge of Jesus Christ, all of that changes.
Yes.
And we become better people. We become disciples of Christ. So I think that is the best gift. Once a person really comes to the knowledge of Jesus Christ, it's the best you could ever want or ask for.
Absolutely. I agree.
That's all I had to say.
Hey, absolutely. Rico, what's going on at 3 o'clock today, sir?
If you missed today's broadcast and would like to see it or hear it in its entirety, you can tune in at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on www.dkmmediagroup.com.
Good deal. Good deal. Willa!
Raheem!
Willa!
That was my cousin.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, Willa.
Man, praise the Lord.
Yes. Good deal. Good deal. And I got to ask you, Willa, are you ready? You know what we do round about now, don't you?
Yes, Lord, I am ready.
Are you ready, Willa?
I am so ready to receive the word of God from the Holy Spirit.
Well, let's do it, Willa.
Father God in heaven, Lord, yes. Father God in heaven, Lord, we thank you, Lord. We thank you, Lord, for the free gift that you give us every day, for allowing us to get up to see another day of grace, of mercy. You give it to us freely, Lord, even though we don't deserve it. Father, we love you and honor you this morning. Father, thank you for leading us, guiding us, giving us wisdom and understanding on this line. Thank you for this line. Father, we just want to keep thanking you. We had 10,000 songs. We couldn't thank you enough. Thank you for encamping your angels around our children. Keep them safe and protect each and every last one on this line. Father, I'm asking you these things in your Son, Christ Jesus' name. Amen, amen, and amen.
Amen. There we go. Now that's the only way we can end the broadcast. That's the only way we can end it. And I put something on the bottom. If you want to support, if anybody want to support the broadcast, you can go to we got a couple of things you can do. You can actually go to Cash App $DKM Radio, or you can go to PayPal, which is www.paypal.me/DKM Radio. It's across the screen. So if anybody want to support this broadcast that we're doing right now and keep us going, we definitely would appreciate that as well. I don't say that often. I don't like putting that stuff on. I don't like asking nobody for no money. But people tell me I need to say that from time to time. So there you have it. It is now 10:03. I want to thank everybody for joining. Hold on for a minute. We got on. Let me see here. Got Charles on the screen. Yes, sir.
You're right, brother. You should.
Me and Raheem was talking yesterday, and y'all, listen, I just wanted to throw it out there. What do y'all think about some kind of way us having get together and having a good old revival?
Come on.
That sounds awesome.
Okay. Yeah, we definitely had that conversation yesterday. We looking to make it happen. So if anybody want to be a part of it, man, we definitely want to have you as a part of it as well. Come on in and join us, and let's lift it. Let's do it. Charles, you was about to say something?
No, I'm saying, yeah, you need to promote that, bro. Promote. Last thing you said, you should do that every show. You really should.
I don't like,
I'm telling you,
Charles, I don't like asking nobody for no money.
Feel funny, don't it, man? It don't feel right asking for donations to it, man. But that's the only way you're gonna get it. And to be honest with you, some people will do it without you asking. To be honest, if you just got the access,
you're just putting it out there if you want to.
Right? Raheem.
Yeah. Yes.
When it comes to digital marketing, that's one of the steps that you use when you promote on social media. Is that a request? And one of the steps that you have to do, you have to put down your name and your Cash App in order for people to support the show. Just like any other organization that wants to allow people to donate. Even churches do it. If you would like to put something in the offering, they ask for it. You don't have to. So, you open up your mouth and he shall provide. So if you tell yourself what you don't want to do and it's already an order instruction, then don't blame it on God, blame it on you.
Wow.
You're being hard-headed now.
Okay. I'll take my beat down. I take my beat down and I would accept it. Y'all got me. It's Cash App is $DKM Radio. On PayPal is www.paypal.me/DKM Radio. So if anybody is in your heart to support in any kind of way, we definitely appreciate your support as well. It is now 10:05. I want to thank everybody for joining us. More than that, I want to thank you for allowing DKM Media Group and Associates and the Morning Glow for being a part of your morning. It's 10:05. You're about to exit the Morning Glow. But before you go, I want you to do me two favors, if you will. One, I want you to continue to pray for us because we're certainly praying for each and every one of you. Number two, why this is real simple. I want you to go out there, find somebody, and give them a hug because you never know. It could be the only hug that they get, or it could very well be their last. Love you, and ain't nothing you can do about it. Have a great day and a better tomorrow. Now we shine some of this light in you for the morning glow. Take it out there into this wicked and cruel world that we live in, and let your light so shine. Get an opportunity, give somebody some love. You just might find some love in return. Won't that be a beautiful thing? Have a great day. Take care of each other, and please, please be blessed.